time shit. You know, it's just the intermission. You know how I do. Yeah. 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 To the room from the lobby, sharing tunes, say you got me. Made it real from just a hobby. They wanna block me, try to rob me. Drop so many balls, so when I hit, it's like the lottery. Drove so many cars, like I'm involved in grand larceny. Dog say he wanted to quit rap. Where the inspiration? All this imitation. They only sleep on greatness. The game too complacent. What you think don't pay me? Grandmama raised me. Teenage mom in high school with a baby. Young guy that ain't know about me and that COG. Shit be lame, I get bored, I can admit it's me. My essay downtown had the pounds at the embassy. They do me foul too many times, that's a penalty. Let them make it, for all that hating, I got the remedy. Keep it stacking, moving low just like a centipede. I wish Lil' Cuz would've played ball and stayed up out them streets. Could've went to college, even played in the league. But now it's R.I.P.
I be pulling back. I still feel like I be pulling back, man. And I'm at a place now where I just don't care, bro. Like, I don't care no more. And it's like, and the things I do care about has shifted. So I'm just at a place where it's like, you know what, let it fly, man. I ain't trying to be friends with these. I ain't trying to be friends with nobody. But in specific, there's a lot of things been going on. T.I. and his son, Adam 22 and they beef and all of their stuff. I did want to get into your man's Lupe after he did the Andre thing and what he been going through.
Lupe, that's tough for me. Like, because people would tag me in that, and like, you know, it's not weak. We'll get into it, but yeah, it's like.
Oh, and you see Homeboy? Homeboy that got into the fight with Button done an interview.
Oh yeah.
I ain't watch it, but I seen
it's a new world outside, bro. It's an ugly world.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at. That's why I'm getting to the point where I just don't care. Like,
I only saw a clip of it. He was like, I hit him, and he got kind of fell asleep while standing. Like, nigga can't fall asleep while standing. Nigga, I mean, you ain't hit him. You ain't really hit him down. He ate your shit.
Not if he continued to fight.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I use niggas and he ain't fall.
If you hit somebody and they sleep while standing and they don't go down and stay down, what did you do?
He sleep, nigga. He just got a little dazed.
Yeah.
Nigga saw a couple stars because he wasn't expecting to get put.
That's where I'm at with it, man. It's just like I was talking to my daughter, because I be, like you said, because that's one thing I'm going to do. I've had a lot of epiphanies this last week. I'm about to start pulling back from even in the NASA interview, when he was like, Vic live in the pits of hell on Twitter. You're right. I don't want to be there no more. I'm tired of entertaining. I'm tired of entertaining jokers. Like, I'm tired of entertaining. It's like, it's fun. It was amusing for a minute, but I guess it's what it is. You know, it's the end of the year. You start feeling reflective. It's like, what did I do with my year? I'm over it. Now my old man, my angry old man is kicking in a little bit, and I just don't care.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you saw the last episode of Button shit, but like Ice kind of broke that down, like dealing with the fans and shit. Like,
I ain't see it. Like I said, I try not to watch it before we get on, because I don't want to regurgitate what they say.
Yeah. I just don't like. I'm not really a fan of Ice, but he made a good point. Like, he made a good point. Fans like,
I'm liking Ice more and more I'm liking Ice more and more as he evolves in the podcast.
What I like about Ice,
Ice is becoming my favorite.
What I like about Ice is that Ice is just true to himself, and you can't hate that. But
that's why I like Ice so much.
But as far as entertaining wise, he's the least entertaining, which I guess fits, because he just be him. And I respect that. I respect him the most. But as far as entertainment goes, like, I don't care about your opinion for most things, because you're gonna give me the same. I know what you're gonna say, because you Ice. Right. I know what you're gonna say. Like, so it's like that, basically. But we can get this shit started. Maybe kick it off with I want to kick it off. I want to bring up the 50 and Diddy thing. Let's kick we're that show.
Let's get right into it then. So, come on, I'm ready.
What?
That's how I feel today.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to Bishop and Still. We back in effect, man. My boy Uncle Vick in the building. What's good, Vic?
What up, though? What up, though? How you doing, sir?
True Detroit greeting. I'm saying, what up, though? Man,
that's how we talk, man. It's funny to me to see, like, it's spread throughout the country and the world, because that's a part of, like, if you call my mom or my, like the older people, that's just something that's been around in our culture forever.
Like I was like Chicago terms get thrown around quick, like thought and like what damn was the thing for a second.
But a lot of y'all lingo is in the streets out here in the world.
Yeah, I feel like Midwest and the South, like kind of like married, and like once our shit grows, the East kind of takes, and the East has a bigger voice, I guess. So they kind of like, as far as the radio and shit goes, so they hear our shit, they kind of just take it and blow it up more. And I kind of want to talk about like a couple East Coast topics to start off the pod. I'm saying,
let's get it. You see where I'm at with it.
I'm saying, no bitch ass no shirt.
I got the official. Who still got a Sean? Like, this is the official. I didn't
go with the signature.
I didn't go to eBay or somewhere and had it made.
Shout out to E-Nest, Baps, I'm saying, Chopper City.
this garment I'm wearing is older than my children.
That's real shit. Like, if you were born before, like, I say 94, you watched Making a Band, you seen that, you know what that shirt's a reference to. My nigga Puff was a menace back then. He was a menace, bro. Hey, the band that was a good era of reality TV for me. That was like my era of reality TV for sure. I used to love that shit. I used to watch the band every week, front of the TV. And it's interesting you wear that shirt, of course, with Puff being in the news a lot lately. I seen a lot of like people get mad over certain media figures not talking about the subject because Puff is Puff. And I've seen some media personalities go extra hard on Puff over it. But my favorite person to talk about it so far has been 50 Cent, bro. This nigga 50, for my whole childhood to now, rapping or not rapping, is the pettiest human being ever to walk this earth, bro. My nigga made a post and said, "Hey Puff, Sarah vote to me for the low before Cadillac and AT&T pull out." I'm saying, send it to me for the low. Pretty much giving the fans an idea of who's the advertisers behind Revolt.
He was dog whistling. He was dog whistling like a motherfucker. And it's a genius business move. It's that art of war.
Yeah.
It's that art of war. 50 is, I would say 50 is more calculated than he is petty. Like, the pettiness is that's the mask to show, I'm entertaining you, but there's an agenda here.
Absolutely. And like, especially with 50, he just bought I think he bought a bunch of acres in Louisiana for his G Unit production studios, which is major. I just got started watching Raising Kanan, and the season premiere happened this week. So like 50's doing a lot of shit, man.
I watched it last night, honestly, because I forgot to ask you, just as a person, before we even get into talking about these other people, how you feeling this week? Like, because I'm feeling, I'll get into it, but how you feeling, man?
December's always a tough time for me, like mentally. So I'm just kind of just keeping going day by day. I'm saying December's always a tough time, like I'm saying family time, Christmas time. I'm saying with that comes like a lot of grief as you get older. Like that's one thing they don't tell you about when you get older. Like when the holidays come around, like grief hits hard, like in certain areas. And just know it's weird. Like, for me, grief is weird with this in holidays for me, because for me, I just kind of it's displacement. Like I just kind of I don't feel the holiday spirit. I just don't feel that shit. It's like a regular ass month, really, and the motherfuckers want gifts from me. But now you want a gift from me for what? I don't care about this holiday. I don't want no gifts from everywhere. I just want to get these bills out the way, really. Get these bills off my ass. That's all I really care about. But I'm just keep trucking, bro. But right now, currently today, I'm just battling a hangover. That's all.
Yeah, you said a couple episodes ago you bleed tequila, man. And
yo, tequila is like a weapon of mass destruction.
Yes, it is. That's why I feel like going into the new year, we should do that. I'm not the resolution person, and I usually start my stuff weeks before the new year, as in like in the next
best way to do it.
Yeah, so And that's what I'm getting into. I'm getting into filtering my. Just moving my cup. Normally, it's a little tequila or something in my cup, but today it was tea in my cup. I'm flushing myself out. I'm in the same boat you're in to a degree, and that's why my attitude is the way it is today. Seasonal depression is kicking my ass. Like I feel like normally when we jump on the pod, we do the man thing, and it's how you doing? We just say I'm good. I'm good as always.
It's always the answer.
I'm good because I mean, if you ain't, I could complain, but I'd be complaining.
Exactly.
So what's the point? So when people, it's check up on your strong friend season, and everybody's going through something. I had a Negro I've known probably 20 years hit me on some check on your strong friend shit before he told me a sob story, and that's $50. Like I ain't got kids everywhere, and it's not Christmas time, and everybody ain't having a hard time. Like was this? It's just that time of year, and I'm in that sense where I'm not gonna pretend that I'm okay, but I'm okay because honestly, when we talk about things like seasonal depression in this time of the year, I had to really reflect and say, yo, like since like maybe 2019, this has been annual for me. This has been an annual thing. So
same for me.
I'm so accustomed to it that I didn't even realize it till, like you said, I was watching Raising Kanan, and then I started Tommy. I finished the whole season. We record now, and you can see what time of the day we started talking today. I went to bed at 7 a.m. this morning.
Sheesh.
Because I just didn't. I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to do. I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to do nothing.
Real shit.
And so it was just like, just in that time of the year where I saw you post something on your story today that had me laughing. Like, get all this out the way and get the tax season.
Mama.
Normally, I'm not even like that, but this year I am like
Turbo
that.
tax me down. Let's get this shit over with. Yeah, like Thanksgiving was cool. My people, like Thanksgiving was a cool holiday. I just got to be with family and shit. But like,
I had a horrible Thanksgiving.
Oh, for real?
Horrible. I spent I ain't even got out to bed. I said I watched TV all day.
That's what my pops. My pops by himself the whole time Thanksgiving. Like, man, I'm not a big like family gathering person right now in my life for like multitudes of reasons. But like, it was cool. I guess it was cool. The food was cool. Seeing my mom and her people was cool. But like,
that's all I really wanted to do was see my mom. Yeah. And I had a lot of complications. So because I couldn't get home and see my mom, and I didn't care.
Yeah, man. Yeah, holiday season is really rough. Holiday season is really, really, especially like after this. Like I think, man, people aren't really addressing it. I don't think we're ever going to address it. Really, it's like I feel like it's kind of like probably how the world was post World War II, but like post the pandemic, like it's a gloom over everybody. I feel like in a certain
we're in the infancy of a Great Depression.
Yeah, plus that inflation
even the
crazy.
Rich people is hurting.
Yeah, for real. And then plus like everyone is really underpaid and overworked right now. It's a lot of that going around too. But like with that, like I try to always put myself in the mindset of this question. I want to ask you this question also, because of course us being where we are financially is like you think money make all problems better. I try to think to myself like if I had $1 billion, where would I be life-wise? My life be that much better? I feel like my life had to be better. It would have to be. But at the same time, you hear like J. Cole, Love Yours. You hear like these type of messages conveyed by rich people that is not always grass ain't always greener. I'm like, man, it can't be worse than this. Y'all tripping.
I think that's
the
because I've had the fortune of living in multiple. I feel like I've lived in a lot of alternate universe versions of my life. Like I said, I moved to Houston. I was Fresh Prince of Houston. I was living in a mansion with my uncle. You know, it wasn't mine, but I was watching how fast somebody can spend $1 million.
Right.
I saw that with my own eyes, and he wasn't spending it to flaunt. He was spending it to keep it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's that. Yeah, there's that. There's one side of because I always say, hey, you could cry in a shack or you could cry in a palace, but then when they say the whole more money, more this nigga's everywhere. When they say the whole more money, more
Puffy
problems,
everywhere.
then,
Yo, I say one thing. Puffy ain't chaos, but he ain't canceling Puffy, bro. It's impossible. You can't cancel him, Joe.
I'm gonna get into. You gonna get into because I'm gonna address him again today. But when you got that kind of money, you got people, everybody, especially when you black and in America, bro. You get a little. The more money you make, the more people are trying to take it, including the government and your loved ones and your enemies and your. So I'm pretty sure it comes with a large amount of stress. But I'd rather be stressing about trying to keep it as opposed to stressing about how I'm gonna get it.
Real shit.
That's just me, but that's us speaking from this perspective of not having that experience. Because when I saw my uncle go through it, like there were certain times where when I lived out there, where certain things was happening in my family, and there was some weeks and months where I was like, "Yo, man, I go back to the hood."
Man,
like so, it's I don't know.
Like I was thinking the other day, right? Because of course, like after Thanksgiving, it's Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all that shit. I just thought, like, man, Jeff Bezos, I don't care what's going wrong with his life. He better never complain about a damn thing to nobody. Nigga, you have Amazon that has Amazon Prime. Y'all have Whole Foods. Y'all got NFL games for y'all shit.
And they still human beings, though. And at the end of the day, because I feel like that's also a narrative that I don't like for people in our predicament. Not to say that this is what you just said, but I'm just saying I've been in many conversations where we could be talking about whatever the pop news is, and somebody brought out, and they ain't giving me no money. What they going? And it's like, bro, you didn't make.
I ain't saying that.
You didn't make the sacrifices that person made to make that money, so they don't owe you nothing. And just because they got problems, just because they got money, don't mean they don't have problems. Because I feel like us as quote unquote under the poverty line, whatever you call it, because I don't think it's a middle class. There ain't no middle class too much no more.
Not really. But, it's 1%. So
I feel like those of us that. I feel like a lot of us look at those people, especially the famous ones, like they're up there somehow and we're down here. But no, we all on the same terrain. All got money.
All breathe.
And that's why I always maybe that's
all breathe and bleed. We all breathe and bleed.
That's why I be having arguments I be having on Twitter when people get angry at me for some of my texts, because people are so beloved by their constituency, by their fan base and all of that, that if you say something wrong about this person, this person could do no wrong in my eyes, so they'll attack you and call you a hater and all of this shit. And I've never looked at celebrityism like everybody has their favorite people, but I've never looked at celebrity like they were different than me. I'm talking about when I was a little kid, when I was 4 or 5 years old. I have this thing, right? This is gonna sound crazy. I have this thing, and I've been doing it since I was like before I was in elementary school. I always think about this is gonna sound crazy, but I always think about celebrities defecating. I always think about celebrities taking shits, like, because I feel like if you do that, you're like me. And I remember when I was a little kid, bro. I'm talking about when I was a little kid. When it's my time to go use the bathroom, this is before we could sit on the toilet and do this, or you find some entertainment. I used to be sitting around like Michael Jackson is probably somewhere doing this right now. Like, you know what I mean? And to me, that normalizes them. And just because they in different tax brackets or they have all this admiration, which I think is extremely unhealthy for us as a society to like, even though we spend hours talking about this, I tell people all the time, I spend hours on this podcast talking about people that I don't really too much care about. It's just the thing that people want to hear us talk about. But it's the life cycle happening. So these are important moments, I guess. They shouldn't be more important than what the government doing, but they're important moments. But I humanize all of them people. I can't hear you, bro. I think you you might have muted yourself.
There are illusions, distractions, like you said. Illusions, distractions.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I get it. You made some songs I like. You made some movies I like. I like how you play basketball or whatever it is I admire about you. Yep. But you still, because I love and I can admire greatness and I love to see people living their dreams out. But they still human, so I don't look at them like anything else. Like that's why I said I'm coming on here and I ain't necessarily trying to start no beef with nobody or be malicious or none of that, but I ain't trying to be these niggas' friends either. Say what I want to say.
And that's about the big misconception not misconception, but like just the people have it fucked up, long story short. Like, when you look at these fans, and I think as I get older, to your point, I'm losing a lot of that fandom energy I used to have. I used to be a big fan of motherfuckers. And like, I look back to three names in particular from back in the day. If these people were around the internet era, I think their perception would be much different. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Tupac.
Biggie.
Them three, Biggie too. Like them names, I feel like I held this level, this pedestal. I'm like, they ain't people. They used to they ate shit every day. they go through grief, they go through turmoil every day. They were raised, all four of them people in particular were raised poor. Like, they seen what we seen. It's not. They just had an opportunity that they embarked on, and it's like you can't hold them on a pedestal and make them like God-like because of that, because they succeeded in a field. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we gave, it don't sound crazy, not crazy, but it's like if we gave doctors or like politicians the same highlights we gave rappers, singers, actors, athletes, then what? Now, if we had camera crews fall around the best brain surgeon everywhere and made them celebrities, you know what I'm saying, like America just chose to highlight entertainment field in such a way that I feel like no other country really does.
Yeah, 100%. No continent is doing what we're doing.
Nobody.
That's why social media over here is so much more fucked up than it is when you interact with people from other continents. On social media, they all look at us like, why do y'all all act like that? Because now at this point, everybody got main character syndrome, and everybody's trying to be the next. Everybody's trying to be the next syndrome. And that's the crazy thing. Everybody trying to be the next something, and now the talent don't even matter if you're talented. Now I just want to be. That's why baddies is like, I don't watch baddies because it's like, yo, I watch it because it's a train wreck. It's entertainment.
It's a car crash, yeah.
But I see a lot of women and young girls like aspiring to want to be that, and I'm looking at them like, y'all are peculiar, and y'all are weird as fuck to want to be. I want to aspire to be that.
Bro, I'm in the bar last night, and when it's a Sexy Red song, I forgot how it goes in particular, but there's a line. I ain't know something. I'm a hoe. And watching people 35, 40 singing that is crazy, bro. I'm like, yo, what? You got
hoe ain't got no age limit.
You got kids in high school singing this shit. What you talking about?
Hoe ain't got no age limit, bro.
It don't. But it's a funny thing to just see how that shit.
It is I tell you all the time, bro. The people watching and the generational perception and perspective from each other is so funny to me. Because even when I talk this ageism, young nigga, I'm on 41. I'm still a baby to somebody.
Likewise, yeah, real shit.
We're still babies to somebody. We talk like we're so heralded, and I've lived through the 90s. Niggas that lived through the 70s that's still alive.
Yeah,
like,
shit.
You don't even know.
Yeah, shit. Mention the 90s and these illusions a little bit. Fat Joe recently did an interview. I'm going to get your take on this. He said that, I think he said 85 or 95% of everything.
95% of his raps, he lying.
He lying.
It's no different than what Young Thug's moniker, his acronym has always meant. You see everybody doing the acronyms.
What do you say? Is truly humble under God. Pushing positivity.
But I mean, if you grew up in gang culture,
GDs, I'm saying, growth and development.
You know what these things mean. They did have those type of acronyms.
Absolutely. I didn't realize Hoover never saw the Sears Tower. That's crazy.
What you mean?
Hoover never saw the Sears Tower. When he went in, Sears Tower wasn't built yet. That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy.
I mean, that's just what it is, bro. Like, we live in. I say in French Montana, say Coke Boy stood for. It was something. I gotta go pull up my Twitter and find it.
Coke Boys better not stand for nothing else.
It was like
he better not try to finesse that shit.
It was crazy, but I mean, it just is what it is, bro. Like, that was a thing. Crip means something. I can't remember what it
do.
means right
Crip
now.
means something too. Crip means, yeah.
I remember
Blood
was brotherly love overrides. I can't even. I'm getting old.
Yeah,
boy. Look,
but shit, mentioning Crips. I'm saying 5 years for Sue Surf, Free the Wave.
Oh man, I'm not saluting him getting 5 years, but when he was looking at 30, for Sue Surf to get 5 years with
time served.
With time served, meaning from what I'm hearing, he could be looking at 2.5 years.
He did 13 months already.
I'm so happy for that man, bro.
He did 13 months already. He got to do I think 80% or 85% of the time.
It's fair time.
Fair time, 85%.
They don't get their time for sure. But I was happy to. I was happy to see that, man. I was praying for that dude that whole day that day, man, because it was just like,
yeah, man. Twitter really held him down. It was dope to see the Twitter community saying rally with Surf, seeing the battle rap community rally with Surf. You see Beasley, all of
them in court. Yeah,
Ace was out there. Tay Rock was out there. Shout out to Gun Titles. It's dope, man. Sue Surf for me, and of course, street niggas things. I'm not gonna, I'm saying, praise street shit, but like same time, like Surf is just so talented, bro. Like. And I know it's popular now to say he's like the best battle rapper or whatever, but like when I look at him as a battle rapper, of course he has his flaws in battle rap, but what he did outside of battle rap as far as rapping, I feel like he did it better than any battle rapper's ever done.
He had the most potential to take that era or that particular, because I hate when we know Meek and Eminem and a lot of guys are considered battle rappers, but
we're talking about like professional battle rappers.
It's a difference, yeah. He had the most likely outcome to be able to merge those worlds and come from that world first.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you mentioned M, right? So you know me and you have talks many times, and honestly, I really take not pride, but some pride in saying that before it became cool to say Eminem ain't overrated, I've been saying since I was a shorty, right? And I love Eminem show. I love Marshmallow's LP, and I love some Shady LP and Infinite. I love them during the first era of M. I love that shit. When he came back, I said Eminem was trash. I say all this to say all this real quick. According to Hip Hop is a brand on Instagram and Twitter. I think it's a blog site. They did their top 10 albums of the 2000s. And I want you to hear this list because, of course, we aren't like me and you both said we've graduated from the whole list thing a little bit, but this list actually pissed me off. And I looked at this list and I said, no, y'all not going to tell me that you leaving off so many albums of the top 10 of the 2000 to 09. It's their list. Number 1, Get Rich or Die Trying. Cool. Number 2, Common B. You know me. I'm with that. Number 3, Ghostface Supreme Clientele. Number 4, The Clips, Hell Have No Fury. Number 5, Nas Stillmatic. Number 6, Kanye Lit Registration. Number 7, Jay-Z Blueprint. Number 8, Kanye College Dropout. Number 9, Scarface The Fix. And number 10, T.I. Trap Music.
It's not a bad list to me.
It's terrible.
I like the order of it. But all of those albums defined. I would take Late Registration out personally, and put Graduation. I wouldn't. They got a lot of albums in there. I understand it, but all of those albums define. All of those albums define that time. So I'm not mad at that list. I just don't like the order of it.
I can take off about 5 of these albums.
Which ones would you take off?
I love Scarface. The Black album got to be on this list. I love T.I. Jeezy got to be on this list. Thug Motivation 101 got to be on this list.
But would it be a Thug Motivation 101 without trap music?
Thug Motivation 101 is just better.
Like, it's better, but these are the albums that defined that time.
Were you with trap music? Were you trap music before Thug Motivation 101?
Yeah, T.I. is the
you about Urban Legend, I think. Urban Legend before that.
No, trap music is before Urban Legend. Trap music is
You're right. That's 24. That's 2024s, right?
Yeah, that's 03.
24, yeah.
03, 04, yeah. Something like that.
The motivation like 05.
I wouldn't have Common in there.
I wouldn't be mad at
Beat.
that. Honestly,
I love
for
Beat,
me,
but
Kanye would be here as a Justin's favorite list. But for the best or the top, quote unquote, I wouldn't put Kanye in there.
The Fix is in there for sure.
It's basically 3 Kanye albums in this motherfucker, right?
The Fix is in there for sure. I think the Fix might be the first 5. The Fix might be the first 5 like album of the millennium.
That's a hard bar. It's a hard bar. You don't think?
Real talk. I think the Fix is before Blueprint and Stillmatic. I think the Fix is the first 5 mic album of the 2000s.
You don't think Marshall belongs in there? Marshall don't belong in there?
Which one was on there? The Marshall Mathers LP?
Neither one. Nothing. No Eminem was on there. Zero.
The Marshall Mathers LP should definitely be there. But there's a lot of, because you could go, what year did Chronic 2001? That didn't come out in 2000.
It's 99.
I hate that. You're right. I hate that.
That's how niggas knew fun of that game was lying.
I wouldn't put Black Album there over Blueprint, even though I prefer Black Album. I wouldn't.
I'm putting both. I'll put both on there.
I'm not putting Black
Album. If
Ye
get 2, Hove God get 2.
Ye shouldn't. If Ye, the fact that Ye got 2 and 1 ain't Graduation is crazy to me.
I agree with you. And Labor Registration is fire. My fact, Kanye said it himself in the Drink Champs interview. He said Labor Registration was like a College Dropout Part 2. He said every album he made sound different except Labor Registration. Labor Registration sounded like College Dropout, just more.
Exactly like it. And I actually prefer Late Registration over Dropout.
I do too. That shit gone with Cameron and Consequence. Crazy. You get the shit with Nas. Yeah, the registration is fire.
I know people like hip hop fans are gonna hate me for this, but I'm not a big We Major fan. I'm just not. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that beat. I hate that beat. I hate it. I hate that beat.
It's tough.
If Nas wasn't on there, if Nas wasn't on there, and Kanye didn't come back in with that, whoever's doing the vocals in the back, if Nas and that part's not there, I probably wouldn't listen to that song.
Kanye is one of them artists. I put J. Cole in this boat too. Where I hate most of these singles. I hate his singles. Like I hate Gold Digger. I love it. It's cool. It's catchy. But I'm skipping Gold Digger every time. I'm skipping New Workout Plan.
Gold Digger is the white girl anthem.
I'm skipping.
I say, boy, go watch it. Go to a white
club. For white girl.
Come on. If you want to say nigga so bad.
Yeah. Yo, man. That's the thing, bro. I hate going to rap concerts for that reason alone. I be trying to fight a white person, bro. It's be saying nigga in that motherfucker. Recklessly. They be recklessly saying
I don't care.
Nigga.
It used to bother me. I don't care, bro. And not because that it don't trigger me, but because I'm just tired of us fighting over the word nigga.
I'm not fighting over
like all the things in society, all of the drastic marginalization that's happening in our community, and we still fighting over nigga.
That's so minimal. That's so minute.
Still fighting over who can say nigga, who can't say nigga. I won't. What about the 40 acres and whatever the meal would be today? Right. You talking about nigga? Nigga, give me what you owe me. Pay me what you owe.
Reparation, my ass on the real.
What you owe me? Fuck nigga.
Fuck nigga. Fuck nigga. You fuck nigga. When I hear that, when I hear white people say nigga, especially in the rap songs, I automatically think about that movie Chris Rock had, Down to Earth, when he was the old white man. He was in the wing shop. He was singing DMX Rough Riders anthem. That shit take me out every time, Joe.
Niggas wanna die. Niggas wanna die.
Old fat white dudes just in the hood singing that song.
Hey, Chris Rock don't get his respect for that era of Chris Rock movie.
Thank you.
Head of State, all of them. He don't get his respect for that era of Chris Rock movie.
He's got Chris Rock fucked up. I swear. Chris Rock got a lot of flack because he got corny later on, but early thousands, Chris Rock was that dude.
Chris Rock was the 90s. Man, and speaking of the 90s, I'm not letting Diddy off the hook, bro. Because last time we talked, because I just want to, we spent an hour talking about Diddy last time, and I don't got that much time. Yeah. I don't got that much time to do no think pieces about Puff and all of the historically nasty activity that he's been a part of in his career.
But a villain.
And that's why I'm wearing, because people probably think, he gonna wear Sean John? Yes. And I'm keeping my shirt, because my shirt was $80 in 2000. $6.
That's like 200. That's like 200 now.
It wasn't $80.
That's like 200 now.
Yeah, and and like you said, this man, because my first concert was Puff Daddy and the Family. I've said it multiple times on this and Uncle Vick Rants. Me and my man was over here kicking it the other day, and we was listening to Twister. We was going through a Twister medley. Just us going through it. We was just on our Twister. We was listening to Adrenaline Rush. We listened to Summer '96. We listened to Category F5. We was on a Twister run.
Emotions.
And the joint with him and Diddy from No Way Out. The end came on. That's one of my favorite joints. And it's like, I was so angry listening to that song. Like, Puff, man, you got to question whether we want to listen to you now because you want to.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
It's not like it's not. It's not like it's not, or it hasn't been common knowledge. On the last episode with Pinky, I said, yo, he stopped the legal proceeding. This was when Cassie was the only person that had a lawsuit, and it was going in 24 hours. It was settled. We're not going. It was settled in 24 hours. And then we record that episode the day that happened, or the day after that happened. And the day after we recorded, the floodgates opened. That's when 50 started. That's when people started coming out. And I don't know if you're familiar with
You stepped down from Revolt, all that shit.
Yeah, he stepped down as chairman of Revolt, which to this day I still feel like, which I still feel like this. Stepping down as chairman is temporary. He's trying to get the heat off of him. He's still the owner of the network. Last time I checked,
it's like Papa John.
The companies have not pulled out yet. AT&T and Cadillac, and I don't think any of his lawsuits are criminal, or any of his
it's all civil.
His cases are criminal. They're all civil. But at the end of the day, if them companies don't pull out, all they're gonna do is take a little hit. And when you got $1 billion, a financial hit, and court of public opinion forever, what does it matter when you can go sell off into the sunset and still go be nasty, abusive puppy?
I really feel like the only reason the Puffy's getting, not must be the only reason, but the Puffy shit's so highlighted is because like Puffy is so public. Like look at Dr. Dre. Dre had allegations in the past, but he's so much of a ghost that it just got washed away kind of.
There wasn't allegations. That shit happened.
Yeah, Michelet. I'm saying something.
Not even D Barnes. D Barnes pump it up. Like there was a scene filmed in the movie that Dre had pulled. You know what? I don't want no smoke. I ain't got no money to go to war. I ain't got no money. You can't go to war with niggas if you ain't got no money. Like so, I'm not gonna do that. But what I am West me, bro. Is because are you familiar with the Art of Dialogue channel?
Yeah, on
He's a Tupac guy, and this nigga loves Tupac. This whole page is dedicated to Tupac. Yeah. So he talks to Gene Deal and like all of these artists that Puffy signed and everybody that knew Tupac and Biggie. And it was to the point I was watching the last week. They had Tupac's prom date on there. And Tupac's prom date, and ironically, she's a white girl, but I'm not judging. Who am I to judge?
Was he back in his Baltimore days?
Yes, when he went to high school with Jada and them. He went to a performing arts school. But his prom date was a white girl. And he used to date her best friend. So I'm assuming, but it just, that was just kind of the irony of Tupac.
The nigga said I get around.
Yeah, the irony of Tupac, Black Panther kid taking a white girl to prom was funny to me, but I don't care none. I got 2 baby mamas. Who am I to judge? I don't care. But end of the day,
didn't Eldridge Cleaver marry a white lady? Eldridge Cleaver left the Panthers to marry a white woman.
Bruh. Detroit, we know what Detroit Red was doing before he became. You know what I'm saying? We know what, man. Look,
shout to Michael X.
Dr. Umar ain't gonna tell me he ain't never dabbled.
I swear to God. His line is
anyway.
He shoulder had the milk of magnesia.
Man, he don't get the entire fuck out of here. Anyway. I was watching these interviews, bro, and normally I don't watch them, but the algorithm has been Puffy all week.
All week.
So I was on the way to the dentist the other day. I'm riding in the van, and I'm just like, all right, let me just go through some of them. And the Gene Deal, I listen to it because normally, like I said, every time somebody come out and start telling these stories, Diddy's publicists and all these people saying they're money grabs. People are bitter because their deals didn't work out, and we was all looking at Aubrey O'Day like she was crazy and all of this stuff. And to some degree, I think that there is some bitterness for Puffy because of how he did business. We all know that Bad Boy has a reputation for
not paying artists,
destroying their artists financially, mentally, spiritually, all of this. We know that. Like this has been a running, not even a running joke. This has been a running theme through Bad Boy's history since Biggie died. So listen to these stories. I just don't.
The refrigerator Hot 97. The locks for the kill that nigga.
I'm gonna throw a refrigerator on you.
A refrigerator.
Like, you know how mad at the nigga you gotta be to tell him I will throw a refrigerator? Now I'm gonna stab you. I will put a refrigerator out of a building on top of you, bro. Like that comes from an authentic place, and that's what I said. Watching, you know what, bro? Look here.
Oh, get the shiesty on. You got the shiesty on.
This is what I said. Watching these interviews with Gene Deal and all these guys talking. These stories are too random. Like the details are too random and too detailed. All these niggas ain't lying on you for a money grab, Puff.
Thanks.
It's not happening, bro. The dude talked about him breaking Kim Porter's nose on a yacht, sending Cassie to Hawaii for a week because he beat her up so bad. The nigga said he beat Kim Porter up, and this, of course, this is all alleged, but I didn't say it. This is Puffy's ex-bodyguard who worked right next to you in close proximity, saying that you beat Kim Porter up because she either was trying to talk to or had a crush on Eric Sherman. That's too random of a name for a nigga. He's making that story up, bro.
Nigga, Eric Sherman?
No, that's
I
too
love
random.
Music. We did the same time. Hey, we did the same time. I love music. Dude. The Green-Eyed Bandit, bro. EPMD got Puffy in the fire.
That is too random of a story for somebody to pull Eric Sherman's name out of a hat to say, hey,
that's a hell of a name.
Eric Sherman. Ain't nobody gonna just say that, bro.
Nobody.
20 years later.
Niggas know who Eric Sherman is.
I'm on that 50 from Power. Like I said, for me personally, like I said, I'm keeping my shirt. I'm gonna listen to the music because I like the music. But I'm like Kanan. He did that shit. He did that shit. Bro. Everything they say, he killed Tupac. He did allegedly. I can't say, but from my personal opinion, hearing all these stories, I don't think, bro, everybody not making this shit up about you, Puffy. Everybody not making this shit up, bro. These are 30 years of stories. Who got 30 years of stories? And I'm not finna sit last week. I don't want to say I kind of defended him, but I shielded some of that because it's like, yo, this has been public knowledge forever that this man was a nasty man, but ain't no grown man. Mark Curry said that he used to go answer the nigga door. That nigga answered the door butt naked, like, yo, come on in. Ain't no grown man finna make that story up, bro. Ain't no grown man finna say, okay, knock on this nigga hotel door, and he answered the door butt naked, like, yeah, we in here chilling, having freak offs.
Let me take
you shopping. I ain't know what a freak off was till last week. By name. I'm not finna sit here, look, I'm not finna sit here and act like the 90s wasn't a wild time and it wasn't a derivative of everything that was happening before. The 80s, the 60s, they want some wild eras. So
hey, after I ain't gonna lie, after I found out Bill Cosby was nasty, I believe anybody can be nasty, bro.
I don't know.
I never would thought Bill Cosby was nasty.
All right, let's take the conversation off Puffy. All right. Not only that, I started watching them videos where they was talking about a lot of the stuff he was doing in the hotel rooms and the freak offs and all of this. And I started thinking about like my upbringing as a young boy.
Yeah.
With the old heads, like the niggas that was born in the 60s.
Yeah.
Those niggas was different. Because I think about being a 9-10-year-old boy when you got your extended uncles, step pop figures, all of those. In the 90s, the shit they were saying to us as young boys was like, Yo, so knowing Puffy was born in that same era, and he was on his way to a Billy with all of this power,
and he was raised by them old heads in Harlem. Like he wasn't raised by no, like I'm saying.
I remember I had an OG, and I'm not gonna say who, because he's kind of like a relative, not a blood one, but had an OG. Well, he had an OG when I was about 10 years old. Damn, man, my little brother was, and we was talking about something, and the subject, we wasn't talking about anything. We were kids. Back in the era where kids and grown-ups didn't talk on equal playing field. But when the OGs got around you and the women wasn't around, they started telling you stories about their glory days. It happened. And OG was talking about going to Rick James concerts and all the stuff they used to do when they was 18, 19, 20 in the, in the late 70s type time. And they started talking, the subject of golden showers came up, and they was looking at us. We kids, bro. We like, I'm 10. My little brother, he's 11. My brother's 6. My cousin is in that age realm, and none of us older than 12, 13, you know what I mean? And you say what? But he's, the subject of golden showers comes up, and he talking about how that's how him and the homies was getting down, running trains, doing golden showers. He telling us how the women used to be like, and like open up.
Oh boy.
Look, the kind of stories, because when you start going through your puberty phases, especially in that era, that's why when I hear people like Boosie and all of them talk, all I hear is my old head uncles and them asking 12-year-old me, like, you ain't got no coochie yet? I'm 12. I'm just like, look how to work this. I'm still figuring out myself how to do this.
No shit.
But that was the era of man we was raised up in and we were being taught by. So when we say things like times are different or were different, they just were, because they was coming out to free love, hippie, smoke weed. They was before STDs and AIDS and all. So they was nasty. And when I hear these stories about Puff, I'm not gonna sit here and act surprised like I know them 60s born niggas was nasty. They were.
And also for me, like even like for your point right there, like I feel like even though the men telling you that back then, I feel like until the recent time we're in, a lot of the women that were quote unquote victims of that era didn't know they were victims until now. Like I really believe that, like especially with like the Bill Cosby show. I feel like the women that came out for Bill Cosby, a lot of them didn't realize they were victims until like, hold on. I wasn't wrong. Like, that shit hit that.
As you age, you start to reflect. Just like we started this episode off with talking about reflection and looking back. You go through things sometimes you don't even know you're traumatized from.
Facts.
Shit, I mean, that's why I try to give every human grace, because I know that, like, not every human, because some of these niggas is they're sociopathic. It's a different level. But I know growing up, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm absolved of maybe doing something that was a little egregious to women growing up, because he was taught a certain way. He was taught a certain way. And there was a time where I was out here fucking for sport. So there was a time where, like when they said, when I heard the term freak offs, I didn't even know what it was. But when I started, I had an idea of what a freak off was. And I remember growing up with the homies 18, 19, 20, 21. We was having some freak offs.
Yeah, orgy style. Yeah, that's it.
With my man telling stories the other night, and I'm a father of, I don't even have no sons. No Universally, probably because the universe was like, nah, bro, you was wilding.
Hold this real quick.
Like as a just learning things and unlearning things. I look back at some of the stuff I did in my younger 20s, mid 20s, and go, I shouldn't have did. Certain stuff I should not have done. Who's to say that Diddy couldn't be a changed man today? But that's a long road of stuff, and a lot of that stuff dates back to real recent. And I guess it doesn't, like I said in the last episode, it does not even matter. But I don't want to kick us back in too much, but I do believe that a lot of that, I believe, like when they say believe women, every time I hear that, I will subscribe to that. But in this case, it ain't just women talking. It was women, men, even if it was women talking, I would believe it based on his track record. Based on his track record and the imagery he has presented to us publicly for so long, We knew about these freak parties before social media.
Yep.
You see the video that Desi Banks with Waka Flocka and Jay, what's the dude who do all the impressions?
Jay Farrow.
Jay Farrow. Jay Farrow, they all playing spades on a podcast or something. And this is when Desi was coming up, Desi Banks. That's my nigga. He's hilarious.
He's funny as
but
well.
He asked him, I gotta find a clip and send it to you, bro. He asked him, like, coming up in the game, I'm new in this industry, you know, y'all got any advice?
I saw that. I saw that.
Jay Farrow said, hey, take that parties. Don't go to
take that parties. Don't go there.
And Flocka's face was like, the look on Flocka's face was like, yeah, you might not want to go to them, bro.
Take that.
So it's like, ain't no, bro. All these niggas ain't calling you a duck and you ain't quacking, Puff.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, no excuse for him at all. I just really don't like with security guard shit, right? Like, it's like, you was there for all this shit. You ain't said nothing until now.
No, he been. I didn't even know. He got a long history.
No, for sure. No.
For
like everybody else, I get, but I'm talking about the security guard in particular. Like everybody else,
I'm talking about him. He got a long. He's been on YouTube like the last 8 years talking about.
Oh shit. Buffet.
I don't know what this is gonna affect or what's gonna happen from this fall
but
out.
Shit,
we can all have our opinions on it. We can all have our opinions on it, and people do change. So is Puffy that guy today? I don't know. We don't know that man personally, but sometimes like the karmic energy is real, bro. So sometimes when you live a certain way for a certain amount of time, you may have to face that. So I don't really have no opinion about it, but looking at some of them interviews, I was definitely going, yo, this is a little bit too detailed and too like all up, man. Come on, what are we talking about?
Yeah, but it goes back to the beginning of the episode. We talked about like Puffy's a billionaire. Like, you have a billionaire, like more money, more problems. Like this what comes with it. Like when you get this much money, much exposure, you gotta kind of fight off these temptations, and he did not do that.
And that's what I'm more against. I'm more against just individually kicking Puffy's back in because I feel like, and Aldridge to me had the dopest line of this podcast so far with the black men wanting to violate as much as white men have been violating forever, and that's crazy. I agree with that, and I do see the perspective of people that go, yo, why do they take one of us every year? One of the few of us that made it and have the ability to be able to, I guess, facilitate ushering our people into greener pastures or whatnot. Because who was it last year? It was Puffy this year. It was somebody last year they was destroying. I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody. Yeah. I do understand that perspective of it, but I stand on the side of why can't, because if these celebrities and these moguls and, you know, the guys who are turning billionaires, when Charleston White go on here and kick Jay-Z back in.
I'm so tired of dude, bro.
Me too. We'll get to him too. But before we finish this point, is that how come, like, because the government, everybody in government, I don't want to say everybody, but come on, bro. The government was designed for stuff like this.
The Catholic Church.
The government and the Catholic Church is one and the same thing to me.
Yeah,
the government,
Church of state.
Yeah, the government has been on. We got power. We the democracy, and we also on islands eating infant soup. So
it's like to Archer's point, like, and this is gonna, like, I want to super serious out, but like it's like slavery history. Like when certain slaves got free, they became slave masters. They owned slaves. Some slaves started owning slaves when they got free. Like when, as black men, like some black men with power want to act like the white men they see of power and violate the same way. Is
that a nigga on that man?
Shout out to Samuel Jackson.
But that's my thing. Is that let's fuck picking one person's back end. We should, as a society, be looking at the design of the system in whole.
Yeah,
let's stop the abusive niggas in power who can just do what they want to do. And I mean, how could we stop it idealistically? But maybe we stop arguing with each other about it and I don't want to say overthrow them, but figure out some sort of way. Because Charleston White can go up there and pass laws all day and and attack our people, but you're still going to the government to pass laws for, I guess, the betterment of our people, but you still in bed with the devil. Say the devil too.
And this is further proof why Jay-Z is the greatest of all time, man. Like, I can't wait till the Jay-Z biopic comes out. Like, Jay-Z's biopic will be the greatest biopic ever. He has seen everything, bro. Like, everything. And has never had like no allegations on hold outside of like the whole Beyonce's age kind of thing, like a little bit out there. But like outside of that, like scot-free. So far, knock on wood for Hov. But yeah, it's like and like kind of moving on from Puff.
Let's get off that.
We've been on. We talk about celebrities and like the fandom a lot this episode. One thing that's kind of concerning a little bit to me, I'm not sure if it's right for me to be concerned as a human. But you know, I'm a 90s baby, so for me, Wayne is like up there. I'm saying, I'm sure he's up there for you as well, of course, as a hip hop guy.
Definitely.
But there's been a lot of speculation and questioning about Wayne's health because Wayne.
I just discovered this last night. I just had a whole discussion last night on Twitter, and I saw the interview with Tyga.
But it's been showing for a while. If you see his face a little puffed out a little bit. He's been on like First Take a lot lately. Not First Take, but Undisputed with Skip Bayless a lot, and you see his face like look kind of plump in a way, and it's kind of like chubby. Like you see Young Thug like he put on weight. Like his face looks like swollen, and it's like
it looks inflamed.
Looks inflamed. That's a perfect word. Like it's like and for me, I'm kind of like split in the middle. Like is it my duty? Is it my right to even question this man's health? I remember before one time he had the seizure on the plane. People were saying Wayne died. I remember that happened like a decade ago on Twitter, and he had a seizure on the plane. And he was fine, thankfully. But like as fans, as spectators, do we have the right to question these things or be concerned about these things?
Back to what I said, I think fans feel like they feel they have the entitlement to have the right over a lot of things that we don't really have the right to even. I don't want to say speculate. People gonna speculate and spectate. That's just what we do.
Yeah.
But no, I think that Wayne's health is Wayne's business. If he don't want to share it with the world, it's not for us to. We can inquire all we want to, but I feel like if you care and if you worried about like I was talking to homie on Twitter last night, and we was talking about this, and I said I'm not gonna put no fatality on that man, and we don't even know what's going on.
Same thing happened with Jimmy Fox last year.
If you care and it mean that much to you, pray for him.
Right.
That's it.
Same thing happened with Jimmy Fox earlier this year. Like Jimmy Fox went through.
Pray for him.
Everyone wants no answers.
Pray for him, but it's not. We don't have to need to know that. That's that man's health.
I feel like it's a lot because I don't want to say people are traumatized. People have I guess a lingering effect of what happened with Chadwick Boseman and Virgil Abloh. Like out of nowhere.
Do they?
No. I mean, I feel like Chadwick Boseman caught a lot of people by surprise that he had cancer for as long as he had cancer. Yeah. And passed away. And of course, like once again, it's people being nosy at the same time. It's just nosiness. But I feel like when Wayne and Jimmy Fox also, like I feel like people have a true love for them people in a certain way. Like they just meant so much.
That's cool. So if you love them, pray for them.
For sure, pray for them for sure. But I feel like it's like I'm in between on it. Like I want to mind my business on it, but at the same time, it's like, damn, is you good? Like is everything all right?
He got family. He got about 5-6 kids, baby mamas. He got
for sure.
They're the ones to be. He's good. Asking him if he good. And from what I see, I heard something about it being a dental procedure. There are dental procedures that can take that long to heal. For sure. So for us to assume it's something terminal off the rip, even speaking that into existence is crazy to me.
That's fair.
Because what if it ain't? And then because the power, bro, the power of manifestation is strong.
Thanks.
Everybody sit there trying to manifest horrible health on this man when it could just be a dental procedure. Leave him alone. And if you care, pray for him to be okay. That's it. I don't understand it, like the extraness in it. But again, like you said, it's that obsession with celebrity culture and fandom to the point where sometimes we as people, like I just said this last night talking to one of my homies. A lot of dudes, that's why I said I'm going back to hang with women and being around women, because dudes are pathetic in their attempt to impress one another all the fucking time. And you niggas love these rappers more than y'all love y'all women. It's odd.
I mean,
odd.
Hey, I got to defend the male culture right now, man, because Beyonce just dropped the goddamn movie and women went crazy. So
who did?
Beyonce dropped the Renaissance movie.
We know Beyonce fan base is. We know Beyonce fan base.
They paying $50 a pop for this movie ticket.
We know Beyonce. We know, but we know Beyonce. We know a lot. We know a healthy amount of Beyonce's fan base sociopathic. So what are we talking about?
Even kind of stay on that Lil Wayne topic with Beyonce. Beyonce, like, it's speculation now. Is Beyonce bleaching her skin?
I was aggravated as fuck when I saw that, because people are, especially our people, we so innately negative, bro. Because what did it? Everything, the first thing we do is go to the most negative possibility ever. Oh, she dyed her hair silver, and she had her silver, platinum, whatever. And she had, I said, y'all niggas, and this is the problem, right? There are too many online detectives, online lawyers, everybody know everything now because Google exists, and you niggas are scared to be dumb at this point and admit that you're being dumb. Sometimes it's okay to be dumb and not know, but everybody come with this position of I know everything, I'm always right. And when I saw the picture, I said, you niggas never heard of makeup and lighting?
Definitely just lighting, man.
Y'all had to go to bleaching the skin first before makeup. Y'all skipped makeup and lighting.
Y'all think Beyonce gonna go Sammy Sosa route? That's crazy.
They skipped filters, makeup and lighting, all the things they use every day, and went right to skin bleaching and Illuminati. What is this? It's an unhealthy obsession, bro. It's unhealthy.
It's crazy.
I know that I ain't the most mentally healthy person because I like pissing people off. It's
but
fun to me.
It comes with the whole it's like it's a sense of jealousy in a sense. Like, you know, you see people at this high level, and you want to like to our point earlier about
you want to tear them down because you wasted your opportunities your whole life.
I don't want to say tear them down. It's kind of like extreme version. It's extreme version of what you said earlier, as far as like when you sit in the bathroom, you taking a shit, like they're taking the shit too. So when you see a celebrity, like you see Lil Wayne face swollen, you see Beyonce's skin lightened, you see whatever you see. You want to try to humanize them in the most negative way possible. Like, they got insecurities too. They got problems too. Like and when I highlight it so much, but they self feel better. And it's definitely, like you said, a sad.
So basically,
thing.
like Eddie Kane. So basically, all of y'all niggas out there is walking Eddie Kane daddies. You ain't shit, cause I ain't shit.
Nights like this,
that's what it is.
I wish raindrops will fall.
But Eddie Kane daddy at the beginning of the movie, when he told him, he said, you ain't gonna never be shit, cause I ain't. Like, no.
Man, I love that fucking movie. I love that fucking movie, man. That movie's great. That movie's fucking great.
He's like, cause I had one, baby, 2 drinks, I'm out. Like, nah.
That's crazy.
And that movie got the most quotables in life. Bro.
I swear to
God. But that's what I'm saying, bro. It's celebrity. Okay, prime example, because we own music and celebrity anyway right now.
Mm-hmm.
I just had another interaction with a artist on Twitter last night that some people did negative. I thought it was kind of positive, personally. But like, even my daughter, when I sent the screenshot to my daughter was like, "You got dragged, Dad," and I was like, "Did I? I'm from the '90s, and this is what y'all call drag. Y'all would unalive yourselves, even being in my living room.
Y'all would unalive yourselves. I'm using that.
I was like, so, this artist, right? I've been hearing his name. I've only heard his name in the past month or so, but I've been hearing his name in the common theme of words we use on this show a lot: icon, legend. And I'd never heard the name, so I'm like, how can somebody be iconic? And I doesn't say that I just know every icon, but I mean, I would assume iconic, that's a universal thing. But Apparently, this artist was on Drake's album a couple times, and I never heard the name for a couple weeks, or until a couple weeks ago. This artist by the name of Teezo Touchdown. You ever heard of him?
Nope. I heard the name.
He's on the For the Dogs album, if I'm not mistaken. That's the one. But I didn't. And I've heard people say, and obviously, the common theme of our podcast is age. We're very dinosauric. So I heard like statements like the most important artist of this generation, icon. And I'm like, yo, I wasn't hating, because how can you? But that's what they'll call you, an old hater. I wasn't hating. I wasn't familiar. So I've been hearing the name a lot, and I said, who is Teezo Touchdown? Like, who is the Teezo Touchdown nigga? And why are y'all using terms like most important and icon and legend already for a young up and comer? That's what those were my exact words.
Right.
So I didn't even ask this dude because I didn't know it. I'm not familiar enough to be a hater. I ain't heard a sound. I don't know anything. But he actually, and that's, I don't know, I guess, it's a regular thing. These niggas be searching themselves. Because I didn't add him or nothing. I didn't know the dude's Twitter handle. I just typed it on Twitter last night. And within like a half hour or so, my notifications was just, I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I get on Twitter and I'm like, get with it. Old hater. Oh, it's a bunch of people like they killing me, right? And he had actually found my tweet and we posted it and put a personal, I guess this is tweeter. This is what do you call it now? Not this X. Do you call them X's? Posts? I don't know.
It's a quote post.
Okay, but anyway, he personalized it. But I guess this is like his X style, his Twitter style or whatever. He personally wrote a message with me by name, addressed me by name. He said, Vic, this is, let me go see if I can find it, bro.
That's crazy.
He said, because I was asking, like, what's the, I was basically asking, what's the fuss about and why are y'all using these type of terms already for somebody who seems to be relatively new? And he said, they love me, Vic. Like, he said it, but you could probably see it on my Twitter if you go look at it. He said something along the lines in so many words. He said, they love me and I love them. And I realized whoever he is, he's doing something right because he got a cult fan base. Like, them kids popped in there and got on my ass. Paul, they kicked my back in. They probably still doing it right now. And I wasn't tripping. I wasn't even angry. Niggas, you mad? No, actually, I'm happy because y'all kind of got me lit a little bit right now with my little couple hundred followers. I'm actually cool with that. I wasn't hating, but I actually went and did my homework last night. But I say I like to say this. I went and did my homework last night because I wanted to hear when I got attacked like that, I said, I got to see who this kid is.
Yeah.
And I heard the album. He's him. Like, for real. He is him, bro. Like, I understand the cult level love and fan base for the kid, bro. Like, I'm not going to sit here and stamp no icon or legendary status for somebody who's only been in the game since 2019 and it's 2023 and he got one album and a bunch of singles. But everything I heard was incredible. Like, for real. Like, the boy is dope. It's super multi-talented.
His name is Mr. Mrs. on Twitter?
Huh?
His name is Mr. Mrs. on Twitter? Mr. Mrs.?
Yes, that's the one. Like, yeah.
He's an icon, he said? He got 61,000.
That's what the kid said. Like I said, I don't use those terms loosely, but I do understand that I'm out of pocket with a generation that, yo, this is what y'all do. Y'all
they believe in me, Vic. They support me, Vic. I love them, Vic.
You see that? And my daughter said, you got dragged. I said,
is it sure?
I'll put it on the screen while we doing this joint. But look at the impressions and the numbers on it.
Yeah, 68,000 impressions, 77 retweets, 1,000 likes.
They was on my ass.
And all you said was, "Who is Teezo Touchdown nigga? Who is this Teezo Touchdown nigga? And why are y'all using words like legend, most important, and shit like that?" I just heard this name a few weeks ago. How are y'all already putting these types of monikers on these young up and comers? Nothing disrespectful at all.
And that's why I said I don't call it drag, because I think he responded. The fact that he even took his time out of his day to respond to that, I don't know if that was like I don't know if he felt the way about it, because it wasn't for me to make him feel the way. It wasn't malicious. But the fact that he was graceful to me was like...
Hey, shout out to you, Vic, because you responded to every motherfucker.
No, I didn't. It was a couple of them niggas that I'm not going to respond.
Because with one person, I would ignore. They said, "Come on, Vic, quick hating, not quit hating, quick hating." I would have ignored the chat of that motherfucker right there.
What did I say to him?
Me responding to you and tell you that I don't respond to people with anime profile pics is my first and last response. Vic, you a legend.
Yeah, I'm not responding to the dork with the anime picture who got the... Okay, you love him, dork. Fine.
But
that's good for you.
But real quick, to stay on trolls real quick. Hold
on, because I do want to get this kid, like I said, I'm gonna address it on the show, because I went and did my homework. Like I'm not as much of an old hater as young people assume. And that's why generational perspective is funny to me, because the young kids who don't know me would be like, "Oh, this nigga's an old hater, Joe Budden Jr." some shit like that. But the guys that are my age would look at me and say, "I'm in tune with the youngins more than anybody they know." You are. They would say, I'm older than you by what, 8 years, and you'll be like, "Bro,
you got me beat.
I do more young than you do, and I'm 8 years older than you."
You got me beat by a country mile.
Like I said, I went and listened to the album instantly. I thought what I was doing. You go listen to this album. And like I said, the album is, for me, this might legit be one of my favorite projects of the year. Like, the album was incredible. And I don't even know how to classify this kid. Obviously, it's all hip-hop. He's a rapper. But he does so many different things.
Is he rapping? What you mean rapper?
He raps, but he do so out. You cannot put this kid in a box, bro.
Is it like is it like Triple X or like Uzi?
Yes, but it's like that. I always want to say on steroids, because to me it seems like he's more multifaceted than Triple X was. Like I said, it gave me R&B soulful joint. It gave me 90s, late 90s, early 2000s alternative pop rock type shit. Then it gave me rap. Then it gave me, and the things that he's saying, like the content, is very introspective. He's saying a lot of real shit on there. The boy can sing in multiple different levels. Like, I don't know if he's producing or playing any other instruments on there, but if he's doing that, like, he's a bad motherfucker. And I'm not gonna stamp no legend icon shit on somebody that's been here 5 years. But if this first album is any inkling of where he can go, this kid is gonna have a really bright future, bro.
First off, I just Googled him. And you Googled him yet? Have you checked him on Google?
No.
What I'm surprised to see off rip is his age. He's 31.
How old is he? I want to know how old he was. How old is he?
31.
31?
Born
so he's not even really a kid. I mean, he's a kid.
He's born in 92.
That's what I'm saying. So he's the same age as my little sister, bro. He's not,
bro. He's basically my age.
He got a joint on there with Janelle Moore. Like I said, the album's like, listen to the album, bro.
What is the album? What's these spikes in his head, though?
I don't even know what he look like. I don't even know what he look like.
Google him. He has an interesting look. He got interviewed by Narwhal and shit, though. So
if you hear the sound, it's a very interesting sound. And it's so many of them. Like I said, I understand why his fans attack me the way they do and have the love they have for him. Because the kid, he's him. For sure. Like, the boy is dope. I would, honestly, listen to the album, I would love to go to one of his shows, but I just don't like being in shows with where the crowd is predominantly niggas under 37. I just don't, I don't want to be there with a bunch of 21, 25, 20, 30-year-old niggas. That's just not my environmental enjoyment for my vibe, bro. But the kid was incredible. So he does have a bright future. I'm not going to put icon or legend on him already, but I understand why his fan base is so cult-like.
Oh, he was on Tyler's Call Me If You Get Lost album.
See, we may have heard him a whole bunch of times and not even know we heard him because he's featured on artists that we listened to. I just didn't know who he was. I was asking who he was.
Vince Staples, yeah. Hell yes,
bro. You know what I'm saying? I was asking who he was. He's in great company. And like I said, this album might be in my top 5 albums of the year. For real.
I'm listening for sure. I'm gonna listen.
Salute Teezo Touchdown. I understand why you're important, sir. I hope you didn't think I was coming at you maliciously.
But I mean,
I don't care about nobody's fan base.
Two things can be true.
All you super fan and stand niggas can suck my dick. But anything else.
Two things can be true though. Like, two things can be true. Two things can be true though. Like one, you can learn to appreciate and see the value in the skill level that he has and the intention that he's guarding, but at the same time, the question remains: why are they using the word icon legend? Because
that's what I'm saying. We're out of that. That's
another No. See, we could be out of it. We could be out of it. But I'm not gonna back down this. So you can back down this one, but ain't no way you gonna tell a nigga with 1 album and 2 mixtapes that I never heard of is a legend at 31 years old.
I feel the same way.
You 31. I'm not calling you a legend if you know who you are.
At 31, Jay was dropping Blueprint.
For all the Dogs album, I only heard the album a couple of times because I once again wasn't a big fan of the album. But at the same time, this artist on the album, what's dude named Yeet? Never heard of Yeet in my life. But his name and that song stuck out. Teezo Touchdown is a name that should stick out, but I don't remember that name on the album at all for real. But it's hard to do. You say I trust your ear more than a lot of people's ears. So you say that shit dope. I'm gonna listen to it.
It's dope.
I'm gonna listen to it. But the word icon and legend, the word icon and legend cannot be thrown around because the person is dope. It just can't be. That's not how it works.
Yeah, but we know it's not how it works. But these kids rewriting history. They don't give a fuck about tradition. So I don't give a fuck to argue with these niggas about what they think.
My bro Saba is younger than 30. My bro Saba ain't 30 yet.
He also has one of my top 5 albums of the year.
Shout out to a few good things.
He might be number 2 for me behind Killer Mike. But that's my thing, bro. That's another thing that I'm saying as far as my evolution and the epiphanies I'm having with who I want to be as I age through this process. I'm no longer I have to realize this, bro. First and foremost, talking about 90s hip hop is like a huge thing in Black podcasting right now. To be honest, I think it's the biggest thing in hip hop culture when it comes to the podcasting space, is talking about the legends and the icons of that time, because there aren't as many in these eras as there was and then as there was in ours. But I realize I'm past the point of having discussions with people who couldn't affect it. So that's kind of my point. A lot of these new niggas don't even buy music. What am I talking to you for? You can't affect anything. You don't go to shows.
And never have bought music in their life.
You don't go to shows. You just get on Twitter and talk about niggas and fan out. So I'm not going to argue with a bunch of niggas that you already don't see clearly because you're obsessed with another human being based on the music they make. I'm not talking to you niggas no more.
Yeah.
It's because when young niggas, I said this on Twitter last night. If you was born in the late 80s, early 90s, if you was born in the late 80s on up and you start talking about 90s hip hop, I'm not even dignifying it because you couldn't buy albums in that era, nigga, and your mom probably wouldn't buy them for you. So you couldn't affect that era. So your opinion of it don't even count no more. So it's the same thing with us and their shit. If they want to call them icons, legends, and all they do is tweet and obsess, and I don't affect that. So I'm not having a discussion with them niggas. I respond with some entertainment shit, like when I want to be funny and you niggas just said something stupid to me that I thought was funny, and I can just want to laugh at you. But I'm not gonna have no serious debate with no niggas that in a pocket or a realm that I don't necessarily fit in. I thought the album was incredible, and I fuck with it.
And a big thing.
I'm not gonna argue with these niggas who gonna feel different in 10 years about whatever they feel different about. They're still developing. They frontal lobe ain't there. I've been arguing with them niggas whose frontal lobe ain't developing. I'm 41 years old. Not happening. I don't care about your fandom. Like, That's cool that he loves his fans, and you should love your fans. I don't care about the fans like obsessed fanatics of nobody.
For as long as I've been around music and being a fan of music, I never understood like one thing for sure. Like once again, I've always been a big fan, a big opinion, a person with a big opinion on music and stuff. But I've never been one that's going to just out of nowhere. Like if you're not talking to me about your music taste, I'm not gonna go out my way to tell you your opinion's wrong. Like if you on your Twitter page, you asking a generalized question, I'm not gonna go then ahead and just go hop in your mentions like I know you and tell you wrong. I'm gonna tell if anything, if I was a Teezo Touchdown fan, I saw your post, I'm gonna send you a link. I say, bro.
That's why I have a lot of respect for the ones who did it. Because a couple of them said, yo, get with it. Oh, nigga, what you talking? Hold on, man. A couple of them did that. Yeah. And that was cool. That's why I wanted to listen to it. But that's my whole point. Public service announcement. When you niggas who catch me in these in these X streets in 2024. In these X games. In 2024. If you catch me in these X streets in 2024 and you obsessed with a nigga to the point where you like him more than you like your mama, yourself, or your woman, suck a bag of AIDS-infected herpes dicks and leave me alone.
AIDS-infected.
Fuck out of here. Nigga, I don't care about you. You don't suck my dick.
The people are always steer away from on Twitter or any social media is the ones that have a artist, their favorite artist in their bio. If I see your favorite artist name in your bio,
or they name.
I'm leaving you alone.
Like
if you say Beehive, I'm leaving your page. I'm leaving your page. Why is that in your bio? Why is that a description of who you are as a person? That's crazy.
NBA Quan.
Right? Why be better? Like, what we doing? Like, what you doing?
And I'm more embarrassed by the niggas of our age doing it. You got Dipset Chris. And you motherfucking, like, nigga, you don't know Cam and them, bro. Or the niggas who, who get on my nerves the most? The battle rap fans who, I'm Landslide J. Gun titles Randy. Nigga, you don't know them niggas, bro.
NJX Marcus. You talking about NJX, nigga. Show your ass down.
I don't, like, anybody who comes to my comments looking for an argument outside of understanding, before you even understand, you must be this kind of person. If you come here assuming,
because literally,
I'm gonna chew you up and spit you out if I feel like it. Pause.
Did anyone answer your question?
A couple of them, like I said, a couple people hit me up, answered the question. A lot of them hit me up, sent me links, sent me screenshots.
Ain't like you did.
Go holler at the album. I woke up to some of them asking me. Because I respond to some of them, it's like, I got people asking me, what did I think of it? I wasn't going to address it on Twitter. I'm going to address it here. I'm not going to just address it for you niggas to impress y'all.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not a stand, bro, for nobody. Yeah. I love Hov, but I just said this last night, right? Talking to my cousins, because...
I'm tired of this people bashing Hov thing, too. It's going to stop. I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's getting weird, though.
I don't care. But I was talking about... Because everybody got something they bash, right? Prime example. I was bashing Christian rap yesterday. I don't care how nice you are.
Charles Lecrae.
I don't want to hear that shit. Look, I don't care how nice you are. I don't know if this makes me a lost soul or a heathen or a barbarian. I don't want to hear niggas rap to me and convert me to their religion. I don't care. I said, nigga, if Tupac, they was like, it's a couple of them that's nice though. I know. I've heard some dope ass Christian rappers.
Didn't King Los do a Christian album?
Huh?
Didn't King Los do a Christian album?
I don't know if he did. I just clearly with my stance on things. If he did, I didn't hear it. But I don't. You could be the nicest lyrical nigga, make the best trappy shit, do whatever it is you like. If you want to, that's just not my thing. You could be nice as hell with it. I don't want to hear. I think D1 is dope, but I don't want to hear that shit. Bro, go somewhere.
D1 is not dope.
I mean, he cool for what he is. I saw him on freestyle on Sway. He was cool.
It's only I've ever seen too. Sway.
I'm not well famous enough to know how dope a nigga is. That's my point. My cousins are like, my dad's side of the family is like churchy, and like I got a cousin who like, and she's like, it's a couple dope ones. I said, check this out. If Tupac came back from the dead today and started Christian rapping, I would somehow try to call Puffy to put a hit out again.
Yo, Vic.
I don't want to hear that.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
That's like
because you know Puffy gonna do it.
I said, everybody know I'm number one whole venture to me. If Jay-Z started gospel rapping tomorrow, I'm done.
I can't say that because Jesus Walks is one of my favorite songs of all time. So
that to me, that's not gospel, but it fits in the.
It won a BET award with Yolanda Adams. Never forget that shit. He beat Yolanda Adams, my nigga, a legend. He beat Yolanda Adams at the BET Awards.
Bro, I defended Kanye almost up until MAGA, and when he went Christian, I said, I'm done. I'm done.
Ye, it might be the most.
Today is Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. Everybody knows spiritual. And
Ye made a Sunday. You listen to Sunday service?
Huh?
You listen to the Jesus Lord album?
I heard him, and I heard him to confirm that I don't like that shit.
Follow God.
Follow Kanye the fuck off a bridge if y'all want to, but I ain't
follow God. Go crazy.
I'm
not even religious. I just like good music. I just like good music. If it sounds good, I ain't gonna bash it.
There's a lot of niggas that make good music that you don't like, dude. A lot of niggas that make good music that you don't like. Yes, it is.
Untruth. Not true.
It's not true. You like both of us as hip hop fans, as hip hop supporters, bro. We not gonna like everybody. This doesn't mean they'll make good music.
Put it this way. True. You're right. What I'm going to say is
make good music that we don't like, bro.
No, I'm saying you're right. What I'm saying to you is, I don't believe you if someone you like makes a certain album. Like if Jay-Z made a gospel album in 2002, and that shit sounded like Blueprint 2, but he just gave you content that was about God.
I'm telling you, bro. I would have tossed that shit out my window.
I don't think so, man.
You cannot.
You know why? You know why I don't think so? You know why I don't think so? DMX.
I hate
Lord, give me a sign. You were singing that shit.
I hate that song.
I hate Lord, give me a sign, Vic.
I hate that song. You like it?
What?
I hate that shit. I hate it.
All right. Number 2, R. Kelly. Heaven, I need a hug. Is anybody out there willing to? He threw his iPad.
I hate that whole album. I hate that.
For the audio listeners, Vic just threw the iPad so hard.
I hate, bro.
Your daughter be mad as hell that shit break, bro. Your daughter be mad that thing break, bro. Your daughter be mad as hell that shit break. You don't know that iPad like
it's mine. I bought it.
Oh, okay.
So it is mine.
For all audio listeners, my boy Vic just threw that iPad. So he threw that behind like he spiked that shit.
I hate that whole R. Kelly run. I hate all of that shit. And that's not my thing, bro. I'm probably finna heating myself out some more.
Kirk Franklin.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Revolution.
You really want to party with me? The revolution. Hands up if you with me. Oh yeah.
GP with me. Oh yeah.
Bro, I was the kid in church, and I'm probably gonna piss a lot of my family off.
Hey, Big Mama, please close your ears, man. Close your ears, Mama.
I wasn't raised in church. My mama wasn't no church person. She got saved for a year and a half and was done. Back to the streets. And this is my dad's side. They want to I'm sure she believe in God, like we all believe in God, but I'm just not. That's not my bro. I'm gonna tell you, like, fun fact. Because growing up with my auntie house on my dad's side, we had to go to church every Sunday if you went over there.
Oh,
and
man.
I went because I wanted to go hang out with my cousins and my siblings, and so I went. But I didn't like, bro, when they got a dope choir. The choir was fire. Third New Hope.
Hey,
you know what I used to be doing?
What?
You know what I used to be doing when they was in the? I used to be in my head like over they beat, rapping like 1, 2, 3 into the folks. In my head to like vibe to the gospel music. This is not my thing, bro. Like I'm not gonna pretend to like something because everybody say it's about Jesus and you should like it.
All I know is I got you to admit at least one song you like. That's all I meant. Jesus Walks.
To me, that's not Christian rap though. That's just a song about Jesus.
Yes, that's what Christian rap is.
That's not Christian rap. It's a song about Jesus. That's it.
So what's Christian rap?
Christian rap to me is like, I feel like, and I ain't gonna put no bullets on these names, but
don't diss Fred Hammond, bro.
My auntie was look, bro. That's cool. If you like
Never would have made it. Shout out to Marvin Sapp.
It's cool, bro. Like I can vibe to it.
You ain't gonna tell me that song don't slap. That's a slap.
Gospel.
Vic, that's a slap, Vic. Only like 2 gospel songs. It's Take Me to the King and Never Would Have Made. Them 2 songs is bops. Take me to the King. She got crazy. Old girl from the Mr.
Hey, bro. If that makes your soul complete, by all means, bro. Namaste and all that shit.
That nigga Vic is a full blown. What they call him? Agnostic. My boy, agnostic is for my boy.
I've been told for a long.
I ain't gonna say atheist. Atheist is like that's crazy, but agnostic, yeah, I think you gotta be that, or just spiritual.
So I've been told. I don't like gospel. I don't like gospel.
No, because you so adamant. Like if Jay-Z made a fire gospel album, I ain't gonna like that.
Y'all like the Kanye gospel albums?
I don't like the album. No album. No. Follow God. Yes. That one song is fire. The rest of that shit, you keep that shit. Even the clip song, that song, keep that shit too. But Follow God, fire.
All that shit for me, that's my thing. My thing is just, I don't want niggas trying to convert me in rap. Like, nigga, rap. That's cool. If you I don't feel like Jesus Walks was about, even though he says in the song, trying to convert atheists into believe. Like, I didn't say it in the song, but the subject matter ain't always like, hey, I feel like it's like this, right? When I go to church, you go to church, and it's like,
it takes away from my spins. He went crazy.
That's cool. Or something he felt like.
Shout out to Ryan Fest.
You know how you go to church, right? You know how you go to church and you ain't been there in a long time, and it feels like the dude is always like talking to you. And
yes, you heathen. And
it's like, yeah, y'all only coming here on Easter, and it's like it's just talking about you, and it's like, yeah.
This episode is called Big Rants.
Didn't drink no wine, but you drinking wine for the Lord. It's like, nigga, you finna go in your quarters and have a drink when you leave here. Shut up.
Large glass of Hennessy.
I don't want to. Don't Bible thump me and rap. That's all I like, and that's cool if other people like it. It's not my thing. So my favorite rappers, Kanye proved it. I wanted to purposely, when he announced that he was going gospel, I said, I'm done with this nigga. Yeah, it was already, especially when he did it behind the Magadum, the whole MAGA rant. It was like, bro, shut up. But I went and listened to the albums and gave them fair listens, and it's not like it's quote unquote bad music. I just don't like it. And I reserve the right to say that's not my thing. And we can get off gospel because I don't want to get attacked no more by, I want to be called a heathen in the comments for the next whatever. But that brings me to the Little Brother documentary. Because I want to speak from an informed perspective when I speak on this, because I feel like a lot of times we get on this camera and we just be so in the vibe of us kicking it that I be forgetting the camera's here.
Thanks.
Like I be talking like back to yeah. I'm on TV talking like it's just you and me. And
yeah, real shit. Me too.
I be forgetting that I have to, because as a person that's a creative, even though my opinions are my opinions, and I'm gonna stand on business. I'm gonna stand on my opinion on how I feel about something.
Charles Drewski, that nigga legend.
I wanna have a healthy balance of my personal biases and being objective. Because when I speak about Little Brother and the whole soul carrying movement, a lot of the times it comes off almost like hate, or like I just don't like them. And that's not the case.
Right.
Or that they whack, or that, and it's, to me, that's like dismantling or dismissing the skill set in their art. Right. And like I watched
it's more sort of content than the skill.
Yeah, and like actually crazy. When me and you got on, I was listening to Elzai's new album, which is Detroit. Shout out, because I don't want the Slum Village fan. I got a couple calls like, all right, bro, you're not gonna keep on going crazy at Slum Village. Like you're not I didn't grow up on Dilla too. Like
my boy Elzai so raw. My boy remade Illmatic. You know how cold you gotta be to do that?
I got a few calls.
Nigga do that kind of shit.
I got a few calls from a couple of my friends, and Detroit rap legend or two. I got a few. It was like, "Hey, bro, what you doing?" And I'm like, like I said, I'm just talking like it's you and me. And then it comes off dismissive, like I don't love them too. I do love them. I do. Like I said,
I just hold them in a way higher regard than you do. That's all it is.
When me and you got on the camera, I was still finishing off Elzai's album, but I had just got done listening to the Minstrel Show.
I got killed for calling Little Brother better than NWA a couple times, so don't worry.
Look, yeah, I got
and De La Soul. Shout De La Soul.
Little Brother might kill you for that.
They got one album, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But two, because they had the reunion joint.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not ill-informed on the people I'm speaking on, and I gotta be respectful because watching the documentary put it in perspective for me. Like, yo, I get on here and I spew a lot of toxicity about hip hop because I think that whatever your preferential, whatever your upbringing, whatever your foundation is, we're gonna gravitate toward that. If you grow up in a certain, like, I get this street nigga moniker, and I don't feel like I'm a street nigga just because I was raised by street niggas. Because my favorite rappers are MCs. My favorite rappers are Joe Budden and Mickey Fax and Royce, and those are my favorite rappers. Those types of guys.
Right.
So I just like lyricism, story, introspection, and I like for you to be cool a little bit. Right. And to me, growing up, Little Brother weren't the coolest guys, but I respect them for telling their story and being honest in who they was. And you would be a liar to say the niggas ain't some of the most superb lyricists to ever rap. Right. I like Little Brother. It's just not. I don't hold them as, like I said, I don't hold them as in higher regard as I hold a Jay-Z or a Method Man. Or my thing was just everybody got their own flavor and what they like. Right. Like I said, I was just banging the Minstrel Show the whole album, and I'm like, yeah, this is a classic. Like this is what it is. I know that it's a classic. It's just not in my top 10 albums ever.
Right. Yeah.
So with that being said, I want to clarify that because I do come on here and I speak about Slum Village and Little Brother, and people think that I have a disdain for them, and it's like, no, nigga, I was raised in Detroit. You can't be. I'm not sitting here saying that. Oh, we just didn't fuck with Dilla. No, it's just everybody got their own thing. You got the crowd. Hip hop got. Detroit had 3 or 4 different hip hop scenes. I wasn't in that one. I was in the battle MC, street rapper, hip hop scene. It's so clear. We all blend from time to time, but
yeah, for sure.
But you got a mutual respect for it. And if you love hip hop, you're gonna love this culture and embark on some of everything. But that just wasn't my thing. Like when Nessa said that Nas wasn't cool, maybe today, or maybe like in the middle of his
cool
career,
in the 90s.
Nas was cool as fuck in the 90s, and he was super
but I think to Nas's point, I feel like Nas became uncool like when I was in high school.
That's what I'm saying. He had and right now he back cool again. So what are we talking about?
When Nas did that whole what song was that? The I know I can. He wasn't cool then.
Niggas didn't like him for that.
Niggas, he wasn't cool then.
Y'all did not like. I like that song.
Yeah,
I like that.
Illmatic, it was written Nas was the coolest nigga in the world, probably. I'm sure.
He was fly. He was fly. You ain't never seen Nas have a bad dress day ever.
To this day, I feel like Nas is the coolest video ever. To this day, he's just like a cool nigga in that video. He's just a cool nigga in that video.
Seen Nas to me is it's like Fab and Black Thought was a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I love Black Thought. I love the Roots. I love that whole movement. Nigga, I grew up on Jay-Z Unplugged with the Roots. I saw that on TV. So it ain't that I dislike the Soul Aquarian movement. That's just not in my top list of things. This is not for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You the Little Brother guy. How did you feel about the documentary?
I mean, I knew most of that story. I always I never really understood their beef. And even watch the documentary, I get the beef kind of, but it just never, it just seemed like it seemed so petty in ways at times. Man, you guys could have looked through a couple of these things and stayed together. But it was a good documentary. Great to see them talk about it and get it out there. I feel like it's long overdue. I feel like they missed a lot of opportunities because of this weird. Like the name Fonte is big, but Rapper Big Pooh's name was never as big as Fonte's name.
So, I hate his alias. I hate Fontegolo. He can rap. He's one of the. I just hate his alias. I hate that alias.
Like for me,
I love Fonte. I don't like Fontegolo.
Like for me, like as especially in high school, I remember I was a Big Pooh fan more than a Fonte fan because
really
Big Pooh had a solo album. I think it was called Sleepers. He had a song on there. I remember I made my own version. It's my first time writing a whole 316 song. It was a song he had. I think it was called Every Block some shit. It was about writer's block. He made a song about writer's block, and it was so dope to me that kind of remade my own version of a writer's block kind of song. It was just so fire. But yeah, I used to love because like for me, I'm with you. I'm you call me self-querying, but like it's jokingly, but like I'm in the middle. Yeah. Like because like for me growing up, Chappelle's show influenced my music a lot. So like I remember Black Star, Kanye, Common, that era of music was what made me a hip hop fan. Like a hip hop, like I love Biggie and Outkast, and I was a kid though. I was a kid. When Chappelle's show came out, I was like 13, 14. Like I'm inhaling music.
You're making me feel old.
I'm young as hell. It's like
I mean, I wasn't that grown. I was like 18, 19, but I still was a grown ass.
That era was that made me a hip hop fan. And of course, my parents being much older, like that I'm hearing that soul sound in the rap with it. Like, oh yeah, this shit's fire. I love that soul sound. So me digging back in the crates, they like Soul, Tribe Called Quest. They reminded me of that shit I heard from Mos Def and Thought and Kanye.
I love De La Soul. Saturday, it's a Saturday. Moni Love with the Native Tongue crew. I love. Yeah. I grew up with hip, bro. My first foray in the music was hip hop wasn't even that big yet. Like I was in adult parties singing like a lady, Lionel Richie and them, the Commodores.
The thing I feel like that separates this quote unquote soul carrying sound with the Jay-Z, Biggie, Method Man sound is like there isn't as much quotables necessarily. Like the lyrics are amazing. The lyrical is like Black Thought is a lyrical machine. But you ain't gonna quote a Black Thought bar the same way you're gonna quote a Jay-Z bar.
Exactly.
The metaphors like
they're not cool. Like I like regular. That's what I said. Me and my cousin talk about this. I actually shared this video on one of the last episodes of the pod. My cousin Trust Hoop. He's in Houston. He's not in Philly.
I just followed him on Instagram the other day.
Yeah. That's my cousin, and he's one of them. He fits the Griselda lane, but he got some soul query in him. He got some street in him. He got some, and me and him have these discussions all the time where we said there's no rapper who tells the regular nigga story and it's cool. Not that you like super soul query and smart, not that you super gangster, not you super emotional, super interested. There has never been a rapper in the history that's embodied all of it. It's been a regular guy and been cool. Closest we got to it is Cole, but Cole isn't cool to people.
He's not cool.
He's cool because of the things he does, but nobody looks at him and say, I want to look like J. Cole. They want to rap like him, but they don't want to look like him. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess Drake kind of, but he's not really.
No, because Drake don't.
He's so rich now. He's so rich now. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, Drake is in the Hove in them category.
But I'm talking when he first came out. That's when he first came out. He was like
Drake had the potential to be that, but in order to be that, he would have had to stay in his backpack lane too. Yeah. And Drake won the.
For me,
I think the coach might have had to it, but even this,
I'm gonna tell you why. Like, to me, one of my, I'm not gonna say like it's kind of like D Rose. Like I compare this person to D Rose a lot. Like it's like Lupe Fiasco. Lupe for me had that potential to me. Like when Lupe came out, I felt like Lupe had everything. Because Lupe would talk like he had street talking his lyrics. He had the nerd talking his lyrics. He had like, I gotcha. Listen, I gotcha. I gotcha is bars. Like he's just going crazy.
Lupe was never cool to me. As a matter of fact,
cool?
No. As a matter of fact, look, I got this on my docket right now.
That's crazy. That was like a happy mistake. That was like an accident, real shit. I mentioned Lupe's name by mistake for real. That wasn't even.
Look, I wish you could see this. I don't know if you could see it. Read it. It says Lupe is a career weirdo.
Break it down. I feel like for me, Lupe, his career started off in a trajectory. But I don't know why. And if I ever had a chance to interview Lupe Fiasco, bro, I sort of got the first question I would ask him off the rip was, why did you deviate away from Pharrell and Jay-Z? Now, what made you?
I'm gonna send you this link. Somebody on YouTube made their own doc about Lupe, and it's actually pretty good. But I think, and when I'm saying career weirdo, I don't necessarily mean to be malicious, but I know the way his emotional high ground is set up.
Be careful, with the samurai sword in your way. Be careful.
That's what I'm saying. But this nigga to be so zen, like he one of the most emotionally unstable niggas I ever seen. Like he gets mad at everything, and then come back to his like.
Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Lupe fan, but that Royce da 5'9" beef was so like what you. It was
the corniest. That was the corniest I ever seen. Two of my favorite rappers ever.
Yeah, that shit was disgusting.
That was the corniest I've ever seen. Like, and I love Lupe. Like I said, I like the albums that a lot of niggas don't like. Like, he don't really care for lasers. I love lasers.
I hate lasers.
Love it. I love lasers. But
bitch bad. I hate that shit.
that's not on lasers. That's on the one after that.
Oh, okay.
Lasers is
okay. Show goes on. I hate that. I'm cool.
Yeah, lasers is voices in my head. Glenn Beck is a racist. Obama is a racist. Was getting Obama didn't say. That's all that. Like I said, I love Lupe, bro. But
them first two albums were so fucking amazing, bro. It's crazy.
Incredible. I just feel like a lot of times, like, cause I ain't gonna lie, that him rapping over the Andre flute shit, I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. I won't call it trash because somebody with that lyrical ability will never truly be trash. But
it was trash because it was over that flute thing. Like I feel like what he was saying was not trash, really. Like it's Lupe, so he never. But like for me, what I felt like he was trying to do was make another like Murals type of thing with Andre's flute. And Mural is one of the greatest lyrical performances I've ever heard in my life.
Ever.
But like to try to, and he's a Mural Jr. on Tetsuo Youth, the other Jogo's Wave. And that shit.
I love that album. I love that album.
Yeah, like Lupe. Lupe is incredible. But I feel like I don't know what happened with Lupe, but like for me, the
industry, I think the industry jaded him, and he don't give a fuck about a lot of it. And I think,
but the production choices also are just like he chooses beats that kind of sound like that Andre shit. He raps over that kind of shit now. That's what he does, and that shit's not. That sound is not appealing to most people. Like when Joe Budden called that shit trash and called him a clout chaser, I understood why he said that. Of course, I see why Lupe was offended by it. But like, okay, you Lupe went out his way to try to use this Andre flute thing to to catch a wave. Like clout chase is a bad word, but it is kind of fitting because you want the attention from this. Like you want attention. You want to put music out for attention.
Just talking for 2 hours shit be drying my lips up bad.
We definitely
lips too big.
We be talking our ass off. I ain't gonna lie.
Nigga lips too big for all that. I got them.
That's why Hov always quiet, bro. That's why Hov don't talk to them. Mm-hmm. That's why Hov don't say him.
That's what I mean, bro. Like I'm not gonna shun Lupe because there's a lot of worse people out there. You could be fucking Charleston White, and we know
that's a career weirdo.
That nigga is weirdo ain't the word.
I was so mad at Cam Newton, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, Cam Newton, bro. You bogus for that, bro. I like Cam Newton. Why would you put that dude on your platform? Bro?
Because whether you like it or not, he's a hot topic. He's hot.
For me, that's the crazy part, right? It's because it's me, and for me, I'm fortunate enough to have formed my algorithm in a way where I don't be seeing this stuff, bro. Like I don't be seeing Charleston.
I don't really see a lot of it either.
I only see Charleston White when he enters like the realm of my algorithm, like when Cam Newton or T.I. get involved with him, it reaches me. But I don't be seeing what dude be talking about. I don't know who he is to this day. Who is this man?
What you mean you don't know who he is?
Like, where did he come from? He's like a 50-year-old dude came out of nowhere just dissing people.
Well, apparently he's a caricature, basically.
Literally.
Because basically what he says is
Uncle Ruckus.
This is his stance, right?
Clayton Bigsby.
He's speaking to some degree. He speaks against a lot of the same things we speak against. It's the clown and pony. It's the clown and pony bozo show that I don't like about it. But in his stance, he's against celebrity worship, and he's about doing for the youth and getting the street nigga out the youth because he feels like the youth of today and hip hop culture, black culture in itself is the main marketer of black death and destruction of our neighborhoods. So he works
he's like D1 without the Christianity.
Yes, but this is where it is, right? This is where his stance is. This is what I got because I didn't watch the Cam Newton shit because I don't, like I said, when I see him on my algorithm, I go the other way. But I did catch the clip where he was talking about being labeled a snitch because to me, what I don't like about dude is if you're supposed to be against all this black violence, all of this street negative, you perpetuate a lot of the same things you stand against. But what he said to that was, I've been getting laws passed. I'm working with Ted Cruz and all these politicians to get laws passed. I go to the drug dealers and make the drug dealers kick in the neighborhood, or I'm telling them niggas, or we can take it to the streets. I will kill one of you niggas. And in a lot of words, he was saying they didn't respect me when I was just trying to do it that way. And the rappers nowadays talking about they pussy pink and they booty hole brown. So y'all worried about the message and the messenger as opposed to like y'all worried about the messenger and the way I'm wording it as opposed to worrying about the message, which is me trying to save my people. And y'all don't respect me no other way. So if I gotta call y'all a bunch of niggas, bitches, and hoes and talk like a nigga, he said y'all are niggas who respect niggerdom. So y'all ain't gonna hear my message unless I be a nigga. So basically what he's saying is I created this character, this ignorant nigga, because that's what y'all respond to. And he said when I was passing laws and getting all this stuff changed and working with these people, y'all didn't care. But as soon as I started being a nigga to y'all, now I'm everywhere, so my message is being amplified. So I don't know how I feel about that because it was hard in the right place. That's one thing, but I still don't respect you perpetuating the niggatry. But I guess that drastic times call for drastic measures, and we are in a fucked up time. So at this point, whatever.
That's some bullshit, Vic.
I'm not defending him.
I don't know what I'm saying, but like even for him to try to say that. Like you saying
but to me though, I'm saying I'm at that point where it's so fucked up out here. I just don't even care. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't care either at all. I have no care in the world about
because I respect the guys who are doing it with integrity still. That might
and once again, for me, I'm not mad at him. Like you said, to you, I don't care. Like he has every right.
I just don't give a fuck, bro.
For me, he has every right to do whatever he's doing. I get mad or upset mad. I'm not mad. No emotion to it at all. I get irritated or question why other people will open their platform up the door for this dude. Like
the same reason I watch Baddies, the same reason the same reason everybody doing the ceiling challenge, the same reason. But look,
Baddies is cool because Baddies. I don't judge Baddies because Baddies is on Zeus. Zeus network is built for that. Like if your platform is built for whatever your platform is built for, why would you open the door for Charleston White? Or why would you open the door?
Right. I see what you're saying.
That's like if one day, I don't know, fucking CNN interviewed the Baddies cast. Like what y'all do? What? Like what's happening? Like shit like that.
At the rate of the de-evolution of the world,
True.
Nothing surprises me no more, bro. Nothing. I can't. I'd be surprised that certain things can surprise me when it happens. It's like, oh shit, I can be surprised still. Because the world is like, bro, thanks. I don't even, at this point, do we even need Uncle Murder to do year wrap-ups at this point?
Oh, yes, I do. It's going to be entertaining.
I still want to hear it and laugh, but
what?
Can the wrap-up be better than
Can you imagine what Uncle Murder going to say about Puffy?
And Jada and Will and
It's going to be 5 minutes on Puff alone, bro.
But my thing is,
we might get a 50 cent feature on. We might get the first feature on
point, right? My thing is, can he say anything more inflammatory than what they're actually doing?
But see, what I think for me, why I like murder shit over skill shit.
I love it.
I like murder shit over skill shit because murder shit be funny. Like skills actually.
That's what I'm saying.
Skills try to give you a breakdown analysis.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit.
I don't want to hear the analysis.
It was cool when it was cool, but I want to hear Uncle Murder too. But what I'm saying is, at this point, can he even say anything more than what's happening?
No, I can't.
Like, you know what I mean?
You can't.
It is what it is. Like freestyles. Oh yeah, did you see the freestyle That little clip I sent you of the white boy, Millie's.
Oh, yeah.
From Boston.
He decent. He decent, though.
You know, Jada's an artist.
Yeah. But see, for me, like, this is where my music taste gets weird. Like Millie's, I can see, I can notice, I can appreciate that boy got talent. I even heard a song he got called Kobe Season with Benny the Butcher. I've heard but I can't see myself. For me, I don't know what it is. I really can't put it into words. Music like that, I just can't sit around listening to all that.
What you mean? You listen to Freddie Gibbs and Griselda?
No, I listen to Freddie Gibbs. See, for me, it's not though. Freddie Gibbs, this is why I love Freddie Gibbs, right? I'm gonna tell you why I love Freddie Gibbs over Griselda. And I figured it out over the weekend. Freddie Gibbs gives me like half Soulquarian, half Griselda. He raps over Mad Lib beats. I'm a Meth Doom fan. Mad Villainy was one of my favorite albums in high school.
Westside didn't put it out, but he got a whole album coming with Mad Lib.
I'm gonna tune right the fuck in. I'm gonna be right there, like yes, like Freddie Gibbs give me a whole. Freddie Gibbs give me a whole album with Alchemist.
Yeah, because Millies do make like trap dope boy.
It's like that. Like for me, like once again to show the difference in our taste. I appreciate Jada Kiss. I appreciate the Locks. I want to listen to the Locks and Jada Kiss. Like I listened to the albums, but I wasn't listening to that shit on repeat. Like it wasn't just sticking with me. I'd play it, Kiss going crazy. But if you tell me name 10 songs off of what's Kiss first album? Not Kiss the Game Goodbye. Is it Kiss the Game Goodbye?
No, it's Kiss of Death. It's Kiss the Game Goodbye.
Kiss the Game Goodbye. Like Kiss of Death is the classic.
I love that album.
Kiss of Death is a classic. Kiss the Game Goodbye. I've already heard that album. What's the one with the gold face on? It's the gold cover.
Yes, Kiss the Game Goodbye.
Right, that's the one. I got like
that shit fire.
Jada's got a gun. Knock yourself out.
Ain't none of y'all better. What? Cruising with him and Snoop Dogg.
Styles P. Like for me,
no discipline. For me, the juice sample. I might listen to that shit today.
For me, I feel like I know you hate being called a street nigga, but I feel like people listen to street music. Before Styles P is that version of my Black Thought. Like Black Thought and Styles P.
I love Styles. To me, Styles is my favorite one. Even though I got my stance on Kiss being, the greatest and all that, Styles is my favorite.
I gotta ask you a real quick question because once again, I'm a young buck of the crew here. Memphis Bleak, right?
Bleak has an underrated catalog.
There we go. That's what I want from you.
Bleak has an underrated. I would go pull the Bleak CDs out. Right, I got every Bleak album.
So for who I am, I'm always doing. I don't know how it happens. Somehow I just get pulled into hip hop conversations. This dude got to be about 52 years old. OG.
I get pulled into him even when I don't want to be in it.
I swear, out of nowhere, I'd be like, I'm just here.
Because we're hip hop we're walking hip hop libraries. Facts. People like that.
So I'm sitting there. I'm at my job, and What We Do came on. It went from What We Do to Mac. Sigel was the name they gave me, right?
Right. I was listening to that album the other night. I just listened to the Reason 2 nights ago.
And me, I'm sitting there. I'm spitting it word for word, both songs. Head comes to me like, hey, real quick question. You think if Memphis Bleak was given the same opportunity that Sigel was given, he'd be better than Sigel? And me being me,
he was given the same opportunity.
But his point was that Sigel was like pushed. He said Sigel was given like the bigger hits, the bigger beats.
He was definitely pushed more than Bleak, I think.
And he said Bleak was often just shown as Jay-Z's homie, and he wasn't giving it. And I was like, damn, that's a dope perspective. I never thought about that shit before, ever really. Because like for me, Bleak was always cool, but Bleak never really wowed me. He was like, that's because Bleak was never given that same. He wasn't given that same format. Bro,
Bleak got 2 or 3 albums that I'm talking about from start to finish. Them albums are
the only Bleak album I know is 534. That's because I love Bill so much.
The Understanding. If you don't go find the Understanding, what? The Understanding is crazy.
What's that in?
Understanding, Made. I think Made was like it was before 534. Coming of Age, The Understanding, Made, and 534. I think, and those albums are all very underrated to me. Very underrated. I think Bleak.
So if you had to do the Rockefeller crew,
when they be talking about verses and niggas just be like dismissing Bleak, it's a couple people that's in that little realm with it. Like I want to call it little, But it's people like when they was talking about the him and Joel's verses,
yeah,
people just think Joel's gonna have a hard day, bro.
You think Joel?
People don't realize it until they realize what's actually in his catalog.
Because I'm gonna tell you one thing about Joel's, and for me, once again, I'm in that era. So for me, Joel's was like a big ass artist when I was a shorty. When I was in high school, Joel's, Fabulous, Wayne.
He was gonna be the next thing.
But Joel, I go back listen to Joel's. That shit aged like milk, boy. That shit aged like Joel's first milk.
I still like
Mic check 1 2 1 2 aged.
I didn't like that shit back then though.
Aged like milk.
That was a single though, but he still got the him and GZ and Wayne joint.
No, yeah.
Little Boy Fresh is on that album. Rumble, Young Man, Rumble.
I don't know if it's because of where they at now. But I feel like Jim Jones' age, his old shit like Hustlers POME aged better than a lot of Joel shit.
But that shit was fire to us back then. But that shit was fire to us back then. But of course, I'm a little older than you, so nigga was actually
still goes. So my memory was crazy when I was in grade school. That's a bop.
You know what I'm saying? We was actually riding around doing all type of other. We was feeling like we was in the Scarface movie riding around when that joint dropped. Like
that's why I wish I had a Vic of the South, because I want to know in 2002, 2001 what was somebody in Mississippi listening to.
With all what? Luda, Tia. You gotta understand, I'm Serious came out in 2000. I'm Serious. Word of mouth. You forget. I spent my summers in the South.
Yeah, like UGK, 36 Mafia. A lot of them groups I missed outside of they hit. The UGK.
No, I was in Houston in the summer. Little Kiki dropped Southside, and if niggas don't know about what Southside do, bruh. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Like, for me, I feel like outside of, I don't think until I got like much older, like maybe my damn near 22ish, I ain't listened to any UGK album outside of Pimp C's album he got out of jail.
You crazy.
Real shit. And outside of Trill, like Trill, because that had Get Throw was on that motherfucker. Get Throw was on that.
Oh my god.
Like actual UGK album.
Dirty, super
like,
tight.
Nigga, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. I guarantee you can ask anybody my age almost anybody my age. Until Jay-Z, I think it was Jay-Z, said Ride Dirty Underground. We thought it was a Chameleon song. Ride Dirty's a Chameleon song. We know that was a UGK.
Screw click.
But until Jay-Z said Underground King, I'm riding dirty. What niggas ain't know that was we thought it was about Chameleon there.
That's crazy. How would you see? We were still in the non-social media era, so I get it, I guess.
Exactly.
But I grew up on all of that. UGK, like
when I was growing up, the South was just Master P. When I was growing up, the South was Master P and Outkast. That was the South.
You got the South. Fuck. That's why Outkast came with that energy. So I got something to say.
Right.
And that's why they was talking.
And Scarface. But I had Scarface because my cousins bumped Scarface, so I had Scarface. But I didn't have.
Because Chicago is a rap lot city.
Yeah, I had 360 a little bit, but like I didn't have 8 Ball. MJG didn't hit me until they got with Diddy. I didn't get 8 Ball, but and lay it down, lay it down was there. But like it wasn't much. Usually 8 Ball for me. That's why I get to a certain degree why the South this is Jay-Z, because like I didn't get y'all. So if I didn't get y'all probably didn't get hold.
Yeah, I remember when I was going down south for with my family, listening to all of like East Coast rap and but see, I feel like us being in the middle, we were very well rounded.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit.
When I was going down, it was like nigga, we ain't listening to that shit. Like we don't listen to that.
Yeah,
they was on Pastor Troy and like
Pastor Troy. I mean, I forgot about Pastor Troy.
Like I said, bro, the South. For me, the South been around for me since the Ghetto Boys,
Mystical. Yeah.
See, we was
Lost Boys
before he was even on No Limit.
Yeah, like once again for Chicago, like Twista was on rap a lot. I'm saying Mickey Halstead was on Cash Money. Like we had a lot like that shit was like a thing too. But like
Boo and Gotti.
Yo, who's that? Somebody just dissed Boo and Gotti. I forgot who it was. Somebody just dissed Shut Up Boo and Gotti. Like, hold on, man. That's Maywood. I'm gonna chill out now.
Hey, my nigga, like, hey, we didn't like them, bro.
Boo coming. I see Boo on an almost regular basis to this day. like y'all gotta leave Boo alone.
We used to hate when they got on the song. Then they all had to say their name. It's me, Boo, and Gotti and Ho. Like we don't. No, it's not y'all at Ho.
Like it's
Ho did his verse and y'all wasn't there. Like y'all wasn't that day. He came to this session and y'all wasn't. I tell you, hey, y'all wasn't there sitting there smoking with Ho, bro. It wasn't you, Boo, Gotti, and Ho.
Hey, shout out to KLC. They had no business on that song. They had no business on that song, Joe.
Yeah, bro. Like, they wasn't on the Jadakiss version.
Version.
He was trying, but I get it. He was trying to get in the shine. He was trying to do a best of both worlds with Birdman. Like, I like whatever, man. We did a lot of rap talking about it. You see my son's freestyle on Sway?
No, I didn't see that. No.
He went over the same beat that Surf went over on the bars on N95 joint. And it's a 10-minute freestyle. It's fire. It's dope, man. So,
before we get out of here, mention South hip hop. We mentioned trap music a few times. T.I. was in the news. Him and his son got into a little
stand on business.
Stand on business. His son, I'm confused about the youngest son, King, too, because the other two sons are completely different. The other two sons, one son's like a conscious rapper, one's like a violinist or some shit. And then you got King, who's like a trap rapper. And I guess that's like T.I.'s like little.
As a father, I will tell you that DNA is a powerful thing. And your kids get like parts. Like for example, I look at my kids and all of my kids are because humans are multifaceted. As much as we try to say, I'm this way all the time. If you one way all the time, then you need some help. But all of my kids are very different versions of me. Like I see one has my ego. She's very cocky. One is she got a big ass mouth. She's a little petty, a little judgmental, a little bougie like me. The other one is like she's an animal. She want to watch the world burn, like how I get sometimes. So I think that T.I., we always talk about him being like the master of disguises in a way. One minute he Malcolm X, 1 minute he trapped. The same day that fight, or he got into a scuffle with his son, like 2 days later, he was at a club checking a bouncer or an owner of a club for putting him in his song on a flyer.
How do you feel about that?
At the end of the day, when this stuff happened, I didn't take a stance on it because I'm like, yo, he shot carrying out his nuts, pause. But that's his son. So whenever they go on, people have that. If I sat here and said, I ain't never had a disagreement with my mother, which I shouldn't have, as a young kid, as a young person, you don't know. Everybody, I think, like I'm having that shit right now. My oldest daughter, 15, and we're having little types of, where it's like, I know one day she gonna test me, for real. Like one day, she gonna bucket me in a way that I'm gonna have to be like, who the fuck are you talking to? It's going to happen. It happens. The student becomes the teacher, becomes the student all over again.
It's interesting that T.I. and his son King went on to actually host at that same club the next day, apparently, after that altercation.
Yeah, because I mean, it wasn't that he had a problem with it. It's that, nigga, y'all ain't paid me, and y'all got my name on flyers.
Real shit. That's crazy.
They bold
as hell doing that shit in Atlanta. That's bold doing shit in Atlanta, though. That's crazy. Like, you don't think that's T.I. City.
Especially when you know how he get down. And that's my thing, right? About his son. His son seems to be the most like him in a sense of his temper.
Yeah.
Everybody know T.I.'s a hothead. Like, people who don't know, you don't know me, T.I. T.I. that was
Lil Flip T.I.
T.I. has grown a lot as a person.
A lot.
So his son is 20, 21, and everybody look at it, oh, you grew up rich. You grew up, what you think? Rich niggas don't fight? And what, huh?
Right.
We just spent 2 episodes talking about a very wealthy man who was alleged to put hits on people and put his hands on all kind of motherfuckers.
Even that aside, like T.I. and the South is different than like a lot of else in the country. Where like T.I. probably lived a wealthy life. His son grew up rich. They probably still kicked it in the hood. They probably still was in the. His uncles and them weren't rich. His uncles and them that was around him weren't rich.
Look at his documentaries. T.I. still go to his grandma's house in Bankhead. Like when I was in Atlanta, he was in Atlanta. We spent some time in Atlanta. My aunt was sick. We spent some time down there, you know. And this was like around the time that the first BT Hip Hop Awards was happening. T.I. was shooting a Top Pack video down there. Jim Jones was shooting the Ball and Remix video. All rappers was in this. Jay-Z was there doing the. Remember when Kingdom Come dropped and he was flying from city to city doing like 8 shows in one night? All that was happening that week we was down there. He went to Bowen Homes. It's supposed like in Bankhead, because you know, young niggas, like we're young dudes. That's kind of what I'm saying. Every city I went to, I wanted to go to the most dangerous neighborhood in the city. Me at 41 years old, don't take me nowhere near that shit now. But I was in the Magnolia in New Orleans before they got towed down. I done been in Third Ward, South Side, Houston. I done been in some of the most dangerous neighborhoods in this country and had a great time, by the way. Had a great time because I'm from the east side of Detroit. So if you from a hood, like a grimy hood, bro, you can almost go to any hood if you know how to carry yourself and enjoy yourself. I had a good time. I went to the Bowen Homes in Atlanta, in Bankhead, and with a camera. With a video camera, nigga. I wish we still had this, because this was like 06. This was like the real Polaroid. I like the Polaroid, the real, what they call it, camcorders. And
the big shit.
Me, my little brother, and my cousin, nigga.
With the flip out?
Yeah, it's crackheads walking up on us. We out there because we...
Snow in the bluff, before snow in the bluff.
We was snow in the bluff, before snow in the bluff.
Real shit.
Like, luckily we didn't encounter no bullshit, but we was down there with my cousin who's from Atlanta. So it wasn't like we was down there by ourselves walking around with a camera. But my point is, people, I got a cousin, right, who grew up, if I named some of the, like, niggas, she was in, I'm not even going to say it on camera, but if I named some of the people she grew up with, who everybody in the world knows, you would look at this cousin and be like, how does she turn out this way? You grew up in a mansion, stocks and bonds, all of this shit. Like when my uncle was doing business with a lot of important people. And when she kept slumming and going to the hood, I used to be so angry at her because I'm from the hood. And I'm like, nigga, if I grew up like you, that's the last thing I would want to do. But she did it for so long, and who she became. It's not like this person grew up the way she grew up. Like she hood as hell, but she didn't grow up in the same environment we did. And I think that comes from when you got a parent that's
it's like Tariq.
Rich. It's like Tariq. When you got a parent that's rich, because in order to make that kind of money, you don't have time to really spend with your kid like that. And that's what I was saying. I look at my uncle and I'd be like, damn. We used to go to family trips and shit. My uncle paid for the whole family. I'm talking about 15, 20 of us, Disney World for a week on a resort. Cancun, Trinidad, all these places. I'm taking us. And as a family, we having a ball. And my cousin, like, always doing, like, the most, like, she want to do the most. Like, we having fun, and you want to smoke weed in the beach house. Like, you know, we're not going to get in trouble for that. But looking back at it, I would say, damn, she kind of an only child. My uncle and my aunt was doing a lot of business. It's like, yo, you don't really have time to parent your kid like the way maybe our parents did. And I grew up, like, as we always said, me and my sister always say, we grew up kind of wanting her environment, and she grew up wanting ours, because even though we grew up in the hood, I don't want to say we were surrounded by more love. We were surrounded by more attention. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I feel like maybe in that case, King, I say all to say this, maybe in that case, King wasn't, he grew up in that pocket, he was remember the TV show? He grew up, he was the badass little boy on the TV show. He was always the one getting into something. So, while we surprised that 15 years later, he's still the one getting into shit, I don't understand why anybody's surprised, and we don't know what he's struggling with as a person. And as a person that we watch grow up, he probably walk outside a lot to, nigga, you going with a silver spoon in your mouth, nigga. And his parents probably feel that way with the kids. But it's like, nobody understands that it was a TV show. We don't see what it went through when it was off camera. We don't see that part. And I think that he do a lot of stupid shit, but at the same time, who was doing smart shit at 21? And not everybody got a camera on him. And that's just a regular father-son shit. Because if I had a son at 21, I'm gonna say the same. You can't do it with me, my nigga. And I hem you up on this Instagram live because you got me fucked up. But whatever he's going through and wording it wrong, it's being a 21-year-old. I remember when I was 21, bro, and I moved up my mom. I've been going from my mom's house a couple years, and I was having all this angst and anxiety. And I remember, like, I wasn't speaking to my mom, and she was like looking at me like, bro, I'm your mom. I raised you. You done got out here and started smelling your nuts a little bit, and you want to walk around like you. And this was when I was at my buck up age, like, bucking up at it. Like that's not my mother.
Real shit.
Kids go through that because they're stupid. They don't know what to do with their emotions. They're not even stupid, but you can be. I tell my daughter this all the time. You can be as intelligent as you want to be, but intelligence versus wisdom is two different things. So you can be smart as hell, but if you ain't wise enough to know what to do with your emotions and your feelings and your intelligence, then you could be liable to crash out and say and do some stupid shit. So I feel like and it's a generational privilege thing where people look at generation before them, and because we can see farther, because we stood on their shoulders, we have this entitlement, this generational privilege to look back at the things that they might have did quote unquote wrong when they didn't really do anything wrong. They gave you everything they gave you every tool they had, and you took it and did a little bit more with it, or you learned a little bit more with it, or unlearned something, and now you turn around looking at them with whatever your resentment for them is for the things you feel like you might have missed.
Oh, shit.
And it's unfair, but that also takes wisdom and lived experience to understand that, because there are things that I said as a younger 20s, even into my 30s, that looking back at my upbringing, like I didn't have a great fucking childhood, and I be feeling embarrassed about it at this age, because it's like, and I be feeling disappointed that I probably hurt my mother's feelings with some of that shit I said to her. You dig what I'm saying? And you can't see that without experience. So I just look at the situation like, don't nobody know what them people go through when they're not on cameras. That's it. And as a kid, I think that he just got he got some growing up to do. And he was raised up under, genetically, he's the son of the nigga that made trap music and got caught with an arsenal of weapons. No matter what environment he grew up in, apparently he got that part of T.I.'s genetics.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
They need to figure out how to evolve in that shit, because I don't want to see that happen to that young boy out here.
Real shit.
Because even if you ain't no sucker and you do stand on business, a lot of young guys your age wouldn't go up like you really stand on business. A different kind of way. And I don't want to see that happen. I'm tired of seeing young dudes get gunned down over ego and stupid shit.
Absolutely. Especially when you see him saying, having a Gilly son, I'm saying, just want to pray that boy move smarter.
Oh, Skino's son, Freeway. Rest in peace to all these people who lost their kids. And that's what, as a parent, I don't really fear a lot of things. That's the only thing I fear, bro, is losing my kids before I go. And then when I talk to my mama, and I be out here, because I'm 40, but I'm not perfect. I'm God still working on me. I do stupid shit from time to time still. I can hear the concern in her voice when she's talking to her 41-year-old son, like, bro, I don't want to see you go before I do. Chill out a little bit.
For sure.
Even with us on this, bro, we could offend somebody and I'll tell them who we could run into and have to deal with something. So I just try to look at those things with a human eye and just see, when you age a little bit and you do gain a little bit of wisdom, you can kind of, it's like when you train in boxing and you're able to read what your opponent's going to do. When I see T.I. son lashing out or some of these meltdowns on Instagram, you can kind of see some of their inner child trauma and or whatever you might have went, you can kind of see some of it. So that's all I see, really. But, bro, like we said at the beginning of this podcast, I would definitely rather be going through it in a skybox than watching it in my living room, not knowing where my next meal coming from.
That's a great full circle way, man, to close it out. For like, man, yeah, that was we did a good damn near 3 hours today, bro.
For really?
We be going crazy.
Man, I thought with not having guests, we would have a lighter one.
I thought we have guests with more. It's more like we more in a pocket. While we be going. We be going.
We needed one of them. We definitely got some more guests coming. Sure. There's a lot of people that want to be on the show.
You wants to come back on for sure.
Yeah, we definitely got to break some of this down. And we had a full conversation of hip hop without just talking about these celebrity ass niggas and because that's what I want to be here for. To have the conversation around the person.
I got some beef for your Tupac fans, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna get off now. I'm gonna get off real quick right now. I got some Tupac fan beef. Because every time, I know I hate this argument. The argument's dead. It's a dead argument. The Tupac and Biggie argument. But everyone knows, even just looking at me as I'm a fat nigga, everyone knows like I'm a Biggie fan. People just know I'm a Biggie fan because I'm a fat nigga off rip. And don't get me wrong, I'm a Biggie fan. I know every Biggie lyric ever. If a Biggie song come on, I'm gonna know the lyrics to it. There's no question about it. But every time it happens,
Biggie had the first 2 songs I learned right from Run, I think.
My first song, me too. For me, is Warning. I knew Warning front to back.
Warning, mine too.
Yeah, my first song was front to back.
It was Tupac, Fuck the World, and Biggie, Warning.
Ooh, that's a nice combo. See, and that's a great point. I'm glad you said Fuck the World, right? Because Tupac fans, man, I'm sick of y'all and this whole Biggie only got 2 albums. Tupac did this, do that. And Pac fans, I don't care. And Vic, correct me if I'm wrong. It's like Pac fans ignore them first 2 albums. It's like Tupacalypse Now, I'm shooting for my niggas, just never get mentioned in Tupac.
For my niggas is fire.
Keep your head up, it's fire.
Nigga, what? Last word? He got a song in it with Ice-T and Ice Cube. Who else has that but him? Holla if you hear me representing Papa song. You got simply for my nigga. Like, I'll give you Tupacalypse or something. Even the Tupacalypse you just was too young for that. You was too young.
Come on, bro. Come on, Vic, bro.
You was too young for that, bro. You don't get it.
Strictly for my niggas, bro.
You heard those albums you heard them in
No, I'm with you. This is my argument. So it's my argument with my argument.
Are they classics? No.
It's not bad albums. It's Tupac. It's not bad albums. My point to Tupac fans is this. If Pac had the unfortunate career Biggie had, Pac wouldn't be Pac. That's my argument. If he only had 2 albums, them first 2 albums is the only albums he ever had, it'd be over with. That's my argument.
Well, yeah, Me Against the World came after he got shot. Like, Pac was in
Me Against the World is my favorite Pac album, personally.
Mine's is Machiavelli. Mine's is Machiavelli and Machiavelli first, then Me Against the World. My thing is
All Eyes on Me is great.
I don't even like comparing the careers because they're so different. Because if Tupac dies his first 2 albums in, we might not get the same Biggie because Tupac was Biggie's coach to some degree.
Here we go. I'm here once again. I'm young, but all my OGs, not just you, everyone I know that's 40 plus tells me this, that he helped Mo Ready to Die. So I'm gonna take your word for it.
We saw it happen.
I mean, I ain't see.
I mean, Biggie would have still been nice, but them pointers. It's like when Mike sat with Kobe and said, "No, don't do this one. Do that."
You can't say Mike and Kobe.
That's what happened.
It's
like when Mike and Kobe. It's like when they played each other, and Kobe was like, "Oh, okay."
So break this down for me. This part's always confusing to me. So Pac told Biggie he needs to do more. What?
It was the whole Big Papa shit is Tupac. The talking to the women shit, that's Tupac.
So what's Juicy?
That's Puffy.
Okay.
Biggie didn't want to do Juicy.
He didn't.
Biggie wanted his first single to be. Biggie wanted his first single to be Machine Gun Funk.
Hey, that's my shit too. Okay. It wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked.
It wouldn't have worked the same. If Machine Gun Funk is the first single, Ready to Die is totally different.
It does. I agree.
Like Biggie wanted to be more to Give Me the Loot, Machine Gun Funk. Right. Pac was the one that slid the.
I wouldn't give a fuck if she's pregnant. Give me the moment and number one mom can do.
Personally, that's my favorite Biggie.
Okay,
my favorite Biggie song, probably ever, if not just on Ready to Die, is Everyday Struggle. But
Yes.
That's my favorite shit. But like Biggie was Biggie, and he was going to be Biggie anyway. But Pac's influence, Pac's.
Why do Tupac fans hate to admit that Biggie's the better rapper though?
I don't see that. This is why I don't like having a discussion, because I personally feel like they're uncomparable.
They are very different. I'm talking about like when I say before you go. When I say that, I don't want to sound like I'm saying he's a better, because Tupac. You could argue Tupac's a better artist.
Tupac, I mean just the better lyricist. Biggie is the better lyricist easily. But
that's what I mean. Tupac fans hate to admit that though.
I think that Tupac, they hate to admit it because Pac's lyrical ability actually gets looked over a lot. Because certain joints that people don't.
Sure, Tupac can spit.
People think Pac just saying Hennessy and enemy. It's like no,
he's not.
A lot of layers to what Pac be saying, and a lot of niggas don't give him that credit.
So Many Tears is one of the greatest songs ever made.
The Tupac Biggie thing, like I've always hated this. Like I was a fan.
It's like Jay-Z and Nas though. Jay-Z and Nas are completely different. It's just they had beef. That's one of the things.
But I think that's a better argument. And in this situation, they were so Biggie and
I don't think so. I don't think in 1995. I don't think. I guess he could. You're right. Because Regrets is kind of similar to One Love. Regrets is deep.
Nas and Jay-Z are more alike than they're not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Where Biggie and Pac were almost polar opposites, but very alike. So it's like I don't like that discussion. But
what albums I get around on? What albums I get around on?
That's strictly for my niggas, nigga. The fuck you talking about? Talking about strictly crazy.
Because reason why I say that is I feel like Me Against the World. That was Tupac's first album. I would have no way to argue that Biggie's better than Tupac.
But you got to understand that Pac's first album is 92. Biggie's first album is 2. The evolution of hip hop, even that's what when people are having these arguments, they're always talking about the person and never factoring in the elements happening around the people.
Mm-hmm.
Two different. Look at how in 2 years from now, hip hop is gonna be totally different.
Facts.
So from 92 to 94, people forget that Tupac and Biggie, that shit was really like 18 months.
Because to your point, I'm pretty sure Biggie could have chose his first single been Party and Bullshit.
Party and Bullshit was the first, but that was before Ready to Die.
Before the
Party
album.
and Bullshit was on Who's the Man movie soundtrack with Ed Lover and Dr. Dre, that movie.
Thanks. Who's the man?
So you see what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Party and Bullshit is before Ready to Die. I didn't even record it yet.
And yeah. And my favorite argument that pisses all Tupac fans off is what Biggie was smartest at, man. Biggie kept his whack friends on their own album, and Tupac let his whack friends get on his albums. I don't know which catalog I favor more because I switch it up every couple years. If Pac was by himself on Hail Mary, oh my God.
What? But it changes for me. Like I said, to me, Doggy Style and Life After Death are the two best albums in hip hop. Period.
It's hard to me,
those are the two greatest hip hop albums ever.
And that's another reason why Biggie better than me. Biggie gave us 24 songs on one album with like one skip on it.
What's the one skip?
I said another.
Because I don't know.
I don't like another. I don't like another.
What's that?
Another with Lil' Kim. Literally.
Shit. What would you do if your bitch was there?
He instantly got the shoulders.
Hit another nigga from the back, y'all. Hey, look. Before we get out of here, because we going long today.
We going crazy today.
We going long. I'm glad we ended this on a fun. I didn't want to end it on T.I. his son.
That was too dark. It was
too deep. One more. I got one more question. Because I've been meaning to ask you this for like 3 episodes.
Okay.
Wait, Michelle, and I thought this was the perfect episode to do it because you talking about how you got your influence in hip hop from Chappelle Show and all this shit. And I was thinking about this. What's your favorite comedy sketches of all time, bro? Like, there's a lot of shows. It's In Living Color. It's the Chappelle Show. It's it's a lot of like sketch kind of like. What's your favorite comedy sketches, bro?
I never liked Mad TV, so I'm gonna take Mad TV off the jump. I don't like Mad TV.
I just like Stewie and
Yeah, it was
What's the Asian chick? Looking like a man.
But like I don't want to count Chappelle show because Chappelle show got like it's gonna probably be too many of them in there.
Let's go there. Rick James, the Tupac from the being alive,
bro,
saying new songs.
My favorite Chappelle one is underrated one, bro. Ribs in a jar took me the fuck out.
Oh, that was nasty. Mud butt.
Yo, my pants. What that? So big ass ribs.
The racial draft.
The racial. Yo, Chappelle had that shit on lockdown.
And Living Color got so many classics.
Living Color with the fireman Ed. I always have never been a fan of the niggas with just like women things. So Wanda always gave me the heebie-jeebies. I never like Wanda. Wanda creeped me out. Like Wanda was too aggressive. But shit, the gay niggas was funny as hell too.
I was gonna say, hey,
them niggas used to get me, bro. Damon Wayans, for anything with Damon Wayans used to have me crying. Yeah. Damon Wayans used to have me crying.
You know what? I think I got a favorite, I think, all time that just over, and it's crazy because it's not Chappelle. And to me, these aren't like two of my favorite. These ain't like my favorite funny guys.
Key and Peele got some too. Key and Peele got a few.
That's where I was going.
Okay.
My favorite sketch of all time is Key and Peele with the substitute teacher, bro. You know that?
Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron.
Where's Jay Quillen at? Where's
fucking all the names up. Random.
Take your ass to Oshag Henderson's office. What? I'm for real.
Yo, when they had the what was the one? The angry Obama's angry interpreter.
That was wasn't that like a correspondent dinner or something?
Yeah, that was
crazy.
Bro. That was
hilarious, bro. I don't get a lot of credit. And I heard Jesus or Mero say that I guess during that time he was writing and Comedy Central was stealing some of his shit and giving it to Key and Peele.
When I won't put past him
because niggas in Mero, when they was in their prime, I know them niggas is beefing now. But when they was in their prime,
oh my god, I was watching Vice because of them alone. I was watching Vice TV because of them. Like, I was not watching Vice Land for no other reason than for.
I love Vice Land still. I mean, but all that real life.
I'm talking about that time. I got on the Vice because of Teezo Touchdown. And then the Action Bronson went on there.
I got on the Vice because of the show Noisy when they was doing the cities, Chicago, Detroit. Yeah. All of that shit was making, but then Teezo Touchdown was the plus for sure. Yeah. I'm into all that dark shit. Dark Side of the Ring, I watch all that shit.
Dark Side of Comedy is great right now. I've been watching that a lot.
I said I'll catch up on that. I gotta there's a documentary on Paramount called Mixtape. Wayne and all the rappers is on there. I want to get into that. I just recently saw a Mount Rushmore mixtape rappers, and it's interesting. Mount Rushmore. It was I think it was Wayne, 50. What else was on there? It was somebody. It was interesting. Mount Rushmore though. It was interesting. Mount Rushmore. Wayne and 50 gotta be there.
Yeah, Wayne 50 gotta be there for sure. But I forgot. I think it was Jeezy. I think it was Wayne 50, Jeezy, and Kiss. I want to say.
That's dope. But I would take Jeezy. I might take Jeezy out and just put Drama there.
Drama alone, like Drama
has to be there.
Yeah, and Drama is a genius.
Wayne, for me, when I think about the mixtape era, the first 4 names that come to mind and for me is G Unit, Dipset, Drama, Wayne.
You know how smart Drama is though? Because remember when Versus was going on and it was like maybe Drama versus Khaled, and everyone was like, "Well, Drama can't play his shit. He's got mixtapes." And after that, he has done an album with Dreamville, Tyler the Creator. He made sure get these albums off on your ass real quick.
I was just banging all the storytelling for the other day listening to that verse, and I was so angry again. I got angry all over again listening to that verse. Like, this nigga really gave us an album full of flutes. This person. 100 miles and running, summon, running.
I told you.
He gave us a flute album.
And shout out to Wayne, because Wayne kind of called him out. Wayne was like, "Man, I'm hurt." Like, because when Wayne was like becoming like real lyrical, you can start hearing like the Andre influence in his raps a lot. Like you heard him on the Outkast song "Hollywood Divorce." Like, he sounds like 3 Stacks on that.
Yeah, Hollywood Divorce
killed that shit too.
Yeah.
But 3 Stacks went crazy. A is for Adamsville, B is for going home. Hey, 3 Stacks, my nigga. But
man, yeah.
Like,
come on, okay, you gave us the Flu album. Come on,
I'm hoping I hope 3 Stacks hears Wayne sound disappointed in 3 Stacks saying he has nothing to rap about, because I want 3 Stacks and Wayne to get together. 3 Stacks and Wayne should have banded something together, like a couple songs at least. Crazy.
Yeah,
3 Stacks on the list of like,
come back, 3 Stacks. We could then end like that. We could end like 3 Stacks, come back. And if Killer Mike don't win a Grammy, fuck the Grammys as a staff record label and a motherfucking crew.
Facts, because like it's that list. He has to win on that. The list he's on.
If Michael don't win a Grammy,
he gotta win.
Man.
He should win more than one.
It's almost trying to do our year-end wrap-up too, man. So I gotta get into more music, and we gotta do it.
Definitely gotta do it. Michael's up there, top 2, if not 1 album for me of the year.
That's the album of the year for me.
Mick Jenkins is up there for me. Mick Jenkins.
Me too. But right now I got Killer Mike, Stab, Mick Jenkins.
I think Sab was last year. As I think about it, I think Sab was last year.
You sure?
I think it was last year. The year went by so fast, but I think it was last year.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell.
This year went by fast.
If not, I know I got Killer Mike, Mick Jenkins. I might have this Teezo kid in there for real. I'm looking at Collard Grove too. Collard Grove 2 is tough.
Tough.
Collard Grove 2 is
that ODB record's so crazy. I listen to that shit all the time.
And not much captivated me this year, so I'm still.
Ransom. You think your top 5?
Ransom. Director's Cut 4. Ransom.
DC4.
Yes.
You think Drake gonna make a top 5?
For who?
You.
No.
Me either.
No, I'm good.
Me either.
I like the second version of it. Drake will be top 10 probably. The Scary Hours version of it maybe, but
what do you think? By the time we record again, we should be having that Nicki album drop December 8th.
Nicki dropping?
December 8th.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
I'm gonna go listen to the Busta Rhymes Deluxe because I
heard Busta album was garbage.
I don't dislike it, but Busta is up and down. It's either hit or miss. First he give us a crazy album like ELE 2 was crazy. And then he go back to his Busta, his like animated Busta vibe. I thought my favorite
Busta album was always gonna be Big Bang Theory was so crazy.
Big Bang. At the Big Bang, he gave us he always does that. He gave us a crazy, dope, put together lyrical album. Then he give us like an experimental album. So I don't know.
He had one dope album in the Violator era too. Violator era, Busta had a couple of dope albums. But
that whole run, that from The Coming, When Disaster Strikes, ELE, all of that,
Apathy.
All the way.
Was it called Apathy? What was it called?
Anarchy.
Whoa, that was tough.
Yeah, so we gonna see, man. I don't know what else. I gotta go through the year and figure out what dropped and.
But yeah, man.
We gotta figure it out. Cause a lot of shit, I still ain't heard Travis Scott. I still ain't heard
mediocre.
I still ain't finished Conway first one, and he done put out another one. So
I just heard West Side recently.
The only album I'm waiting for, and I hope it come out before the year end. Come on, Benny. Come on, man. We need to
push Cole.
I can wait on next year for Cole.
Yeah, true. It's time. It's time, Freddie Gibbs. Going on 2 years.
Is it already?
Yep, it was last year for him. Last year, January.
It's going on about a year.
It was last January.
Nah.
So separately, yeah.
I thought that was the end of last year.
This year went by so fucking fast, bro. This year was the shortest year of my life. And I ain't saying I lived it. It's crazy. This year, November was a blink.
2023 was the worst year since COVID started to me.
Probably since that 2020. Probably worst year since 2020.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but man, great episode as usual, man.
As always.
Was episode 10, right?
Episode 10, milestone.
Sawbuck. Hit the Sawbuck.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Look at that. Even with our busy schedules and us procrastinating and us starting this show this year, coming back out of podcast retirement, we done got 10 in a few months. So we doing something right.
Absolutely, man. Consistency. Building consistency. Yes, sir. Man. Appreciate you as always, Vic, man. Love to
Feelings mutual, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Till next time. Bishop Still. Come back, 3 Stacks.